for so long, though, my dude.
You know, when you're used to saving up to BG&E, you turn that shit off every single time.
I would just draw everyone's attention to Icon.
Another shout out to Kay. Thank you, Kay. I really can't thank you enough for really dressing up the wall here. Not a woman of dimensions. Does not understand inches.
I think she has a tape measure in her future. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That way she can sit there and be like, oh, 36 inches. Okay.
Okay.
And put it against the wall. Like, oh, that's 36 inches.
But nonetheless, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Jay.
A shit show donation.
I know you're not getting it for me. And I know you probably don't even have me in mind, but I do appreciate it as well. That's just the truth. Why? What the fuck? I'm trying to find this shit, bro.
Some people ask, why is that up there? Why is that up there? I've seen it pop up, so I know it's on there.
What? Oh, yeah, no.
Show.
Yeah,
but,
here it is.
I'll tell you guys right now, the reason I even like the fighting, it's the fact that it's the rawest of human emotion. It's what I look for. It's what I long for. Is seeing the rawest of human emotion, and right there, that's one of the rawest forms you'll ever see.
And you know, I don't think people think about it though. You know, it's something I didn't think about until like me and you talked about one day, and you kind of broke down like the difference of the sport and whatnot, and it's just something people don't think about. You know, they don't think about. I mean, my last reference. Usman meeting Tyron's mother backstage and, you know, crying in her arms and whatnot. She's just wishing him good luck. Like, people just don't think of – people even watch that.
And that's all
good.
It
doesn't register. Doesn't register.
That's all good. But right here, you have the opposite side of the good. Right here's the bad right here. This is the bad of it, but it's still the fire.
Yeah, I mean,
you just need that guy for the quickest knockout of all time. And when he's banging that floor right there, you know what he's saying?
Talk that shit
now.
Yeah.
Talk that shit now as this dude's toes are curled up.
This is what changes the sport.
Yeah.
If that is LeBron, that's Kevin Durant as he just beat him in the finals or something, different feeling. That right there is a feeling, you know, I don't think anybody could fully understand. I just don't think without being in the fight game, you know, it's like you can respect all you want, but you still don't get it.
Let's say LeBron beats Kevin, right, in those finals, right? For the rest of Kevin's life, he thinks about those finals he's lost. Askren don't remember the final he lost. You know what I mean?
He just knows he's the world's quickest knockout in UFC history. That's what he knows.
And that's it. Very hard toe to live with, in my opinion. But he seems to be handling it pretty well. In other news, I've seen that it doesn't look like Trump's getting that impeachment. That's for sure, people. I'm sorry if that's what we were thinking.
Yeah, I think when it comes to that, especially since we're coming up into like election season, it is really all just kind of like what happened with Justin Trudeau. Just so happens his blackface pictures, multiple of them, come up entering into one of Canada's election season. You know, it's like that type of thing where, like, I think people just make those moves to make those headlines next to that campaigning, and hopefully you make an impact.
The texts were a little weird.
Oh, 100%.
When
100%.
you see the words on paper, first of all, that's not a exact wordage of what happened.
You talking about the transcript he released?
Yeah.
Is it not? It's not. Oh.
That's not a recorded call, word for word. That was put together by witnesses, eyewitnesses that are. I guess maybe you could say that the president's calls are recorded. I don't know what the exact words on that, but they said that is not an exact word. It's word for word. It's about pretty much the common witnesses.
Gotcha. Yeah, because, I mean...
Doesn't that make it mostly Republican, though? I mean, I don't even want to go... I'm not even trying to make that argument, but, like, doesn't that mean that mostly Republicans seen him talking? What Democrats seen him talking?
Well, I'd imagine that any phone call the president makes to another world leader is 100% recorded. I mean, unless they're somehow doing it privately behind closed doors, I don't know. But as far as I'm sure... That whole time it's recorded, and I'm sure there's probably even 30 other people listening on the president's end. You know what I mean? It's not just like a private phone call. There's it's being wired through something, and other people are listening at all times. I think.
You don't think the president, though, right? I believe that true. I believe that true. But I think the president, if he wants to, can go, I need this one by myself. Like say I got to talk to my daughter. You know what I mean? Say I want to talk to my daughter without somebody listening. Just straight up, I'm the president. If that's really what I want to do, that I can do that. At the end of the day, I think you got that kind of power.
I think you forfeit some of that privacy when you become president. You know what I mean? Like
I think you do by law. But I think if the president goes to his fucking Secret Service and he goes, I need a minute alone with my daughter, or I got to make this call. I think that it comes to a common man thing where you understand.
Well, I mean, just like with his, aides and his daughters, I think you start using that CIA-backed iPhone or something that's tracked all the time. I'm not sure. I just think I don't think he gets something like that. I think even if you request it, there may be less people listening into it, but I think it's always scrutinized, no matter what it is. I think they're monitoring his personal cell, whatever. Yeah,
I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. I think that they probably do mainly, but I think the president has pull too. I think the president does shit that you don't hear about, like fun shit. Like if the president goes to Six Flags, you're not going to hear the president went to Six Flags. You know what I mean? They would just shut that Six Flags down for the day, say something stupid like maintenance, and the president would go there with his family and do that.
Well, right.
You know what
right.
I mean? So if the president wanted to do that, they could get that done, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he wants something done, he probably can get it done as long as it's not something crazy. Like if he said, I want to talk to the Ukraine president when no one listening, you're like, no way.
Yeah.
But like if he's like, say his daughter's like just had her period or something, and the mom's calling you to let you know, like, oh, your daughter needs somebody to pick her up or something. She just had her period. Like, come on, this is alone. This is alone, bro.
Yeah, that. But I mean, I also don't think the president's going to pick up his daughters. And some CIA servicemen. Well, the CIA is probably already with them.
What I'm saying is, if the president wants to, he could go pick up his daughter, dog. Like, and you just won't hear about that.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, like, I get you on that. But I think
like we feel like that doesn't happen because they don't say that stuff because you can't. Then it's a threat.
Well, that and I think let's say the president does say that, let's say he needs to have a private call. I think the CIA might oblige, but I think they're still secretly listening. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be like, yeah, man, yeah, it's fine. We won't monitor the call or anything. But whole time, I mean, it's recorded, transcripted, and filed away or some shit. I don't know. Because I mean, like, it's also like, because the CIA does crazy shit. Like when the president goes to Mar-a-Lago. I mean, there's CIA servicemen that constantly stay at Mar-a-Lago because it's one of his biggest destinations. So, like they stay there all the goddamn time. They're always out and about. And we're talking about the same people who walk around parades next to the president's car with fake hands. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't think so. I don't think so. Not at all. But I'm sure he's able to like step away, pick up his daughter, shut down Six Flags if he wanted to.
So you think the CIA listens to the president have phone sex with his wife?
Yeah. If they were doing something like that, they're doing something like that. I think they would.
Just don't. Like if I was the president, I just wouldn't care what you said. I'm the president. Like there comes a point where it's like I'm the president. Like I'm not trying to abuse my powers, but like I also want like this is what I'm asking for. Like I mean I need the CIA, I need the Secret Service, but I can fire you too. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this is what I want.
Yeah, but then like
who are you going to listen to? Because whoever you listen to right now, you're fired.
Well, then,
listen to somebody else, you're fired.
Well, then it's like, how would you know any of the wiser though?
What?
How would you know any of the wiser that they aren't secretly listening? They're like, okay, yeah, we got you, but then they're still listening. It's like,
well, at that point, it's like, okay, well, I got to catch you. If I catch you, you're all fired. Now you don't have jobs. So it's up to you.
Yeah,
if you want to do that, or if you just want to be that cool ass guy who does favors for the president, and you get to see some cool shit and roll with me because I can trust you.
Well, I don't think they'd monitor it from the White House. It'd be like CIA.
I get you ratted out so
and I don't think the president visits CIA headquarters very often.
I'd straight up. I'd be like, listen, who's the rat amongst you guys? And they'd all be like, Steve. And I'd be like, fired.
You think so? Because my fellow CIA service members have my back.
You don't think Bill Clinton's aides and workers knew that he was fucking other women?
They knew.
They didn't say nothing, right?
Yeah, but
That's a matter of national security.
well, I mean, fuck
That's
yeah.
bigger than what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, let's say that the CIA was like, all right, we're gonna pat her down before she goes in. We're gonna pat her down. Your office is also wiretapped. So like, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I see what you mean, but
Bro, at the time, his wife's a huge figure too. Like that would be a huge thing. That would tear apart the country way worse than anything I'm talking about. Like I'm literally talking about just little shit where you're just like, I'm a human being. I need a second of privacy. It's not like, okay, and you're right, where you should still be like, no, we gotta listen to everything the president says. But as a person, I'm saying, like you're working for the president, he asked for that. You just do it. You know what I mean? Because you're like, the president is asking me to do this. You don't go, I'm super soldier. You know, you're like,
you don't do that. But then you sit there and you say, well, CIA guidelines clearly state that we must record all conversations. You know,
fired.
Yeah, but I mean, like if it's under CIA guidelines, it's like you still need I think you still need proper grounds to fire someone like that. I don't think the president's outright power to fire CIA individuals off the jump. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this one more time.
You're the president. Yeah.
Okay.
And I get that.
So whatever it is, you think I need grounds? I'll make up grounds. I'll talk to everybody else. Hey, you're all fired. Unless you guys say that this guy was stealing from me. Now you're the guy. Now you're the thief, and you can't even get another job.
Well, that's the thing.
I
Listen,
can create whatever I want.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm gonna do what the president says.
If the president could ultimately like do something like that, like I mean, like I just think there's so much more checks. Like the president is literally a scapegoat. He's literally a public figure. I think any decision making that goes beyond that, like just falls to the wayside to someone else. The head of CIA intelligence himself, the director of the CIA. Now he would have more power and more pull than the president will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Even a public figure, even if it was a complete mockery of his position, he would still have some type of power. And there's still a human being connection. Like, it's just simple as like if your boss asks you to do something, you're just more inclined to do it.
No, I got you, but
you're just gonna do it. Unless you're saying the CIA has the room.
But that's the thing. So the way the CIA operates, it operates as a separate entity. Technically, it's not even technically part of the same structure as the White House. You know what I mean? It's a completely separate entity that's uncontrolled for that very reason. So it's unbiased.
That's all about how much you believe about that, right? It's all about how much you believe in that.
Well, I mean,
the same thing with the FBI, the same thing with the DEA.
Well, no, the FBI is federal. The FBI is federal. That's Federal Bureau of Investigation. That's a government entity.
But that's the leader. Okay, so hold up. Who is Mueller? Is the leader of?
Mueller is just the head investigator or whatever of the probe. But there's
who is Comey?
Comey was the FBI director. He was the director of the FBI.
So the FBI.
Yeah.
So the president fired him.
Yeah, but that's a federal unit. That's part of the government technically. The CIA operates as a separate entity. What they say.
But basically, Trump fired that man for doing something he didn't want him to do.
Yeah, because he's federally employed. He's employed by the government. The CIA, like I said, it's a part of a different power structure. You know what I mean? I mean, from its very inception, it's always been. Again, they can argue how much you believe that, but it's always been said to be a completely separate agency that's not technically a part of that same power structure that the FBI is. The FBI is Federal Bureau of Investigation, federal unit. It falls under the government's power, just like like any other federal agency, Fish and Wildlife or whatever. It'd be a part of that. CIA is just completely separate from that, as far as my understanding goes.
So, are we sure that CIA is the Secret Service?
Yeah, that's Secret Service is part of the CIA, yes.
So now the right-hand man of the president, you're saying he has no control over? Well, the people that protect the president don't work for him, is what you're saying?
They would answer to someone else. They don't answer direct because, I mean, like, it'd be immediate conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Like, for that type of thing, To
me, it's a conflict of interest for what you're saying.
Because the CIA, like, it operates outside of that. So, I mean, like, I mean, like I said, I don't know too much. But
I
I mean,
get what you're
that's
saying,
just-
but what
that's
I'm
just
saying is I don't think it goes hand in hand like that. I feel like when you like, there is a human part. That's all I'm trying to say is like the human part of things.
Right.
Whether it's CIA or whatever you want to say, it could be
Yeah.
an entirely different country. Like if you're just around someone every day, I'm a good person. I'm a nice person, right? You like me. You work for me. You're my agent. You work for me as the president. Like I'm just a good person. I'm getting you shit for Christmas.
Yeah,
You come
and
over
then-
for dinner. It's like a
yeah,
bond.
and
Like
there-
we become
and-
friends.
I mean, that
And I
that
ask
could
you,
be a case.
I gotta talk to my fucking wife.
That could be a
alone
case.
for
You
a
know,
second.
I
I just think it's no big deal.
I imagine there'd be a regular rotation of people, so that something like that doesn't happen. You know, I think
That would suck, bro. I don't think that's a good idea at all.
because
People
I mean like
trust.
because like I mean like he has. I don't think you need to have like. I mean, like, of course, you need to have like kind of like trust within the agency. I don't think you need to trust this individual. Like, you know, the Secret Service is here to protect you. That's just what they do. You know, it's how their power structure is. You know, they're here. They watch over you. They do those security detailings and all that.
How much do you want to know the man that's supposed to take a bullet for you?
I mean, like, so the way like the CIA reputation goes is just like I think it's one of those things you don't take, or it's not a thing that you even have to question at that level. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't imagine.
I feel like we're all human. They're not monks. They get together. They're around this person every single day. You build a bond. You build a friendship, man. As I would want, man. I couldn't see like me getting close with someone. I'd be like, yeah, it's my best guy. I really feel like this guy will die for me. And then you take him away. I don't want that. I want the guy that will die for me.
Yeah, but I mean, like that, like the it's all right now just like pretty much we're both making assumptions about how these types of things operate. Where you think like something like that, where like your president. The CIA, I think the way the CIA operates is that it's where you don't notice. They're just there all the time. They're always there. I mean, it's just not something where you have to question trust in, typically.
Listen, if I'm the president, I want a gun. I want a pistol on me
You
at all times.
You'll be Vladimir Putin style,
Bro, I want a pistol on me at all times.
That's one thing.
I don't even trust.
That's one thing they say about Putin is that he's trained as a Russian Spetsnaz soldier. He has a weapons training and all that in case something like that goes down.
It's so smart.
That's what they say. Exactly. Yeah.
It should be a qualification.
Yeah.
For all politicians.
Yeah.
You should have to pass like a PT test.
Yeah.
And like a gun qualification or some shit. I don't know.
I think something. I mean, but again, it's just under the assumption that everything's good. You have the protection you need. I don't know, man. I don't know.
If I'm a public figure with a dot on my head.
Well, it was like
fucking...
remember that like Republican baseball game that got shot up? It's like that type of ordeal. You remember that? It was a couple years ago. A guy went open fired on it was like a charity Republican game or something that they played against each other. Yeah, and like the one dude got shot. I mean, he was good, but he still got shot. I think two of them got shot. No one died. But yeah, I mean, it's like that. You definitely would like. No, I feel you. I definitely agree with you. I just don't think they worry about that type of shit.
I just feel like who is the easiest person that.
No,
go ahead.
So the way I'm thinking about it is like if you're a part of the government as an elected official, you already believe in the system to want to be a part of the system. So you're already, as you want to be president, you believe in that structure, that security structure, because you want to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
In this Congress and this structure, we all agreed that Facebook changed the election, right? So the number one thing I'm thinking is like, what's the easiest way for somebody to kill me? To be in my circle, for them to infiltrate somehow into the CIA and be the one protecting me and just knock me out. It'd be the easiest kill ever. You know what I mean? Like something, or just say if you're not even you don't gotta assassinate me, right? But you just become part of those ranks. I mean, I'm just going conspiratorial here, but like you fuck up what people are supposed to do when an assassination attempt is happening. You're like, oh, we should go around the back here. Really, the attempt's happening over here. And that, like just some little shit like that. I'd always be worried about the people that are protecting me. I would want to know them. Like first, like say I'm a senator and I got two people. Like the first time I meet those two people, I want them to come over for dinner.
Right.
Like, that night. I want to bring your families over. Let's have a dinner. Like, I want to know the people that are supposed to have my back.
Right.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense not to.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that. I just think it's a different thing when you're president. Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, you're probably hit with so much other shit. You don't even have a second to question the guy beside you.
I bet JFK does. I bet Lincoln does. Lincoln's probably sitting there like, yo, somebody snuck up behind me. Y'all got one job. I got eyes. I got eyes. I could look this way. I'm sitting down.
So the CIA wasn't around then.
But either way, he had protection. So it's his CIA.
Yeah, I imagine. You
know what I mean?
But imagine of course,
it was an easy kill.
1800s.
It wasn't an easy kill.
I mean, yeah,
it's
yeah,
so easy, right?
You just walked up behind him.
But you only gotta protect them one way.
But I think that was the first assassination of a president. The first attempt, even.
I couldn't tell you another one if it did happen. But and you're thinking the JFK one, you're like, well, I think he insisted he ride in that
open
convertible.
Top. Yeah.
But either way, the route, like they talked about the route, like the route's horrible. Yeah. When you look at like now they plan around like ways where people would have the top on them,
exactly,
or open shot or something. Like at that time, they're just driving past like church towers and shit. Like
I mean, I think it takes things like that to happen for people to realize, okay, we're vulnerable in these scenarios, and then after a president gets sniped in the head, from that moment on, this can't happen again. You literally airtight everything. I don't know,
All I'm saying is, what if there was like a guy, what if JFK he wasn't close with the people that was protecting him, and when that happened, all the people that were protecting him, say it's like 8 of them, say 7, 6 of them, whatever, they're like, he should not go in that convertible. Like they're all talking about that amongst themselves. But they're not close with the president, the person they're protecting. So they just keep it to themselves. Damn, president dead.
Yeah, again,
we're like, you're hiring these people that are supposed to have these skills.
Well, just saying, they're not hiring those people. He's not hiring them at all. Like I said, So
what I'm saying is maybe he should be that.
Well, see, I don't think so.
You want somebody that will speak up and say, "Hey, convertible's a badass idea. You can get hit from a million different areas," and you trust that person's word. If it's just some stranger, you're gonna be like, hey, this guy's saying it's okay. You're saying it's not.
Yeah, but I think,
you know what I mean?
But again, I think, when you get people friendly like that on that type of level, it just becomes conflict. Because, like, if this, let's say that, the president's trying to do something crazy, and now you have a group of CIA operatives who are ready to act on his behalf, doing whatever he wants, It just immediately, exactly, say like Trump's like, all right, look, we're going to have a military coup, all right? As soon as it's ready, you start popping off everybody in this bitch real quick, and I'm hitting the bunker. Like it's that type of thing, Exactly, it's just something like that, where you just have security breaches. Like,
no, I get what you're saying there, but I would say that's that's you planning for something that's even more rare than an assassination attempt.
A coup?
So it's like. Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I think
so. Word.
No, it comes from. It's a French word. It's a French word.
The word, though.
It comes from it's like coup de trait or something. I don't know.
I'm president. I'm Congress. Whatever it is, I'm in there. I'm like, look, I want to hire straight up that motherfucking. What was that one general? God damn it, I forget his name. The crazy one. But I just want that general that just went and fought 3 times in 2 wars, but he doesn't got the PTSD where he's just a wild man, Like he's just like Rambo.
Yeah.
I want a Rambo. I want Rambo as just like my right-hand man where it's just like, if he says, hey, don't go in that convertible, I'm just like, I ain't going in no convertible today. Simple as that. Like, that's my man. He knows shit. And I trust him. Like it's a different type of feeling when you trust somebody, man. I hope that the presidents have had that.
Yeah, this is the way I think about it. I just don't think they ever question the trust that they have amongst those, peers. Probably maybe you should. Maybe you fucking should.
Try to take your life like that. I don't know. The JFK one, but like when you think about Lincoln, you're like, fuck, bro. In the back while I'm sitting down, it's just the dirtiest stuff.
Yeah,
because I really don't care how I die, but I don't want someone to murder me. On top of that, if someone does murder me, I don't want to get shot in the back of the head.
Well, he was also what's that? That's Wilkes. Yeah, John Wilkes Booth. He was also a smart man.
Ran for a long time.
Well, what they say is that he timed his shot. He knew the play. Apparently, he was like a stagehand at that theater, or he was a stagehand and knew this play front to back. So he knew when the funny part was happening. So when everyone laughed, boom, kind of covered up everything, was able to kind of get out, Which I mean, I don't. Was he captured? I think he was captured.
Yeah.
He was captured.
Yeah, I believe so. They ratted on him because I seen it was like he ran for like he met up with someone else.
Yeah.
And then they were running and they were staying in people's barns.
Yeah.
Someone ratted him out in a barn. Then he ran away from there, and I think they ended up capturing him or killing him.
Yeah, I remember. And I think one story was that like when they removed the president from the theater, they took him to like some warehouse next door because that was like the quickest so they could start operating and stuff. Apparently, he was alive for a little bit.
Yeah, because it's probably a 22.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Probably low.
That's not even a kill shot.
Yeah,
that bitch probably rattled in his head.
Yeah, apparently he was alive for like up to like 10 hours, just like fighting.
No matter what, probably brain dead.
Exactly. You know?
If it hit you in the brain,
he might have still been breathing, but
them 22s, they really don't got kill power. You hear people all the time talking about how they eat them. Like they say, they just go in you and bounce around.
Yeah, and the bullet fragments are probably the most dangerous part than the actual shot itself. You know? And of course, take anything to the head, it bounces around. Probably not good. You know.
Where would you take it if you had to?
Anywhere in my body. I'm thinking probably like.
Because no matter what, it's gonna fuck it up, right? Because most people be like shoulder. You're like, I don't want to take a shot in my shoulder. It's gonna fuck my shoulder over for life.
I was thinking. I mean, like I don't want to do like
forearm.
I think anything. A left arm.
But you might have hand damage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you might have fucking nerve.
I think that's better than like your leg damage and like your leg can't move right. You know what I mean?
What about in the ass?
Might fuck up your hip. Might not be able to walk right. You know.
I just picture it's a lot of fat for that 22. It's got to go through a lot of fat. Like that's your most fat area.
Every time you shit, it hurts like shit because the bone fragment's just like scraping something.
You would hate to think about that.
That's fucking, you know.
So
it bounces around and like rips your asshole a little bit.
Jesus, like
you know what I mean?
I got 5 fragments in me. 2 inches to the left. If there was 2 more inches over, I wouldn't be here today.
That's what I thought was funny when I watched like an episode of Cops the other day, and like the one dude was coming out of school and this rookie, he was like, "Yeah, we're in the South Side right now. A lot of OGs around here. You don't get much noise out of them, but the people they be around or whatever, they get rowdy or something." Like this is the way he was talking about it. He was just like, "Yeah, a lot of OGs in these parts. It's like this is like OG territory now." Yeah,
when all the OGs go retire.
Exactly.
Retirement over the OGs.
It's like they picked the coppest looking cops you could ever find on Cops. It's like this big round bald dude. Other dude fucking looks like Gerard Butler with like the little swooped up haircut right there. Yeah, just look like straight like the coppest cops you ever seen. The one just be like, "Hey, come here for a second." Like, let me talk to you.
It's like for some reason, I've always equated, like, if you're on the streets, right, you're out there, you're just getting it. It is what it is. It's warfare. I always equate it like the same thing of, like, in prison, right? Where it's like, if you're in prison and say motherfuckers are ready to get you and they stab you up until you die, like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You might have had your shank. You did what you could. Yeah. Whatever it is. They try to kill you, like, and they get you. You did what you did. It was what it is. Same thing when you get shot out there. You're in the streets. Somebody comes up. You get into a shootout. You lose it. It is what it is, like that's the life that you're in when you die, right? But then it's like, as weird as it sounds, like I really did always look at like people that have been like paralyzed by bullets. It's like when you get raped in jail. It's like they didn't kill you, but they left that mark on you forever.
Exactly. It took more.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you're just that guy that's paralyzed because somebody caught you in the spine. Like,
exactly. Some dumb shit.
I wish I would have died.
With that, you're the guy that got raped.
Yeah, and you're just like, I wish they would have killed me. I don't know personally how either one of them people are thinking. You might always just be like, I want life.
Exactly.
No matter what. But it's for some reason, I always just equate how that is right there. Just like that mark's there forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 2 different type of people in those scenarios where it's like the ones that are just like, I'm looking forward. That was a part of my life, but it's not who I am, And there's other people who are like, kill me.
I was watching was really weird before, but it was like, it's basically like this guy. He pretty much knew, like, I guess the first week in jail, he was not going to survive. So he just knew. He just went straight gay, bro. So he just went straight gay, and he tried to find, like, he basically just was, a girlfriend the entire time. And, like, he was admitting to it. But on the outside, like, he's saying he's a straight man. But, like, in there, he was like, I wouldn't have survived if I didn't go basically gay.
That's a tough thing to come to.
Yeah.
Like, that guy.
And he just told me, he wrote a book. It was all from a book, bro. It's like, it's a crazy book, yo.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like, he talks about, like, his first day, like, I can't remember exactly how it went down, but like the warden like tries to get him to suck his dick or makes him suck his dick or something like that. Like the first day when he first comes in there, he sucks the warden's dick basically. Yeah, that's what the guy said. That's what's in the book.
I'm thinking if it's like the fucking warden, I'm like, well, this guy could probably make my life easier or harder from here.
The name of the book is called something that they call like prison bitches. It's like a certain
tough
word.
thing to name your book. And you're writing it.
He's trying to be honest,
I feel him.
That makes you question like who would say that and be lying.
What's also like he kind of takes away the shame that people are trying to put onto him, just like, bro, you're a bitch. And he's just like, I had to do what I had to do. And then you're like, well, you just took all the fun out of that one. Like, you know what I mean? He kind of takes the power from people when he's kind of like open and honest about it like that. You know what I mean? You can't be shamed for it. You can't.
I think people still shame him.
I know people shame, but like it kind of.
I think it helps him. Right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Helps him take ownership of like, that is what it is. It's not something I wanted.
And it might be a New York Times bestseller, and he's like, well, it's also a New York Times bestseller, bitch. So
it's weird.
Recognize, I make money.
Ain't it weird how every book ever is on New York Times bestseller? Somehow, like they get it on one for like one day.
I mean, you just pay for that.
I think so too.
What's the fee?
But like, I don't know. It's like it's funny how people would be like, "Oh, they're gonna have to kill me, right? They're got to kill me to get me." It's like, well, what if they didn't kill you? Like, unless you're saying the first day I go in there, right? I'm having problems. I make a shank. Yeah. So now you're the guy that's carrying a shank. So you're not even a week in, and you're making weapons.
Exactly.
You don't even know where to hide a weapon yet. You don't even know about your cellmate yet. You don't know shit. Like, people are so delusional sometimes, man. Like you're not even thinking about that. So then say people run up on you with the fucking stick and just like, they fucking rape you. Like, what are you really gonna do? People talk so badass, like, they ain't gonna get me. What are you gonna do if you ain't got a shank? If they decide they're not gonna kill you, right? And there's 5 of them. You're going to fuck up 5 guys? Maybe you will. Maybe any of us could with survival instinct.
Right,
but it's not likely.
Exactly.
And
the odds are against you.
Yeah. When people say shit like that, I've always developed a technique of just flipping around. I go, well, if it was 5 yous fighting someone, would you lose? That's the best way to do it.
And it's like,
yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Also, you're Rambo.
You're raping that boy.
Yeah, exactly. You get got and they don't kill you. So what are you going to do? Go smash your head against the wall and try to die? What if you just knock yourself out and wake up raped? Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know. People are just so delusional sometimes. Maybe I overthink about it, but I've always thought about situations like that, and just how often people say something dumb in that situation.
Well, I think it's ultimately a little bit a defense mechanism to just block against being any type of gay. Whereas I ain't getting raped. Yeah, and it's like you really shut that down. I ain't gay.
I'll die.
That's done. Exactly.
But how are you gonna die?
At that moment, you solidified your spot in just straight manhood forever.
Listen, if it's that many people, even the biggest guy can get beat by a certain amount of people in a small area or something,
and get raped. And get raped. Even the numbers are against them.
Even the biggest guy, if numbers are against you.
Exactly. 5 people, you're pushing it. The odds for you getting raped are way higher. It tips the scales.
1,000 pounds of man.
It tips the scales, Two guys can sit on top of you.
And if they surprise you or something,
exactly,
sneak up on you, you're in your cell reading a book or something, bam, while you're laying down, they run up on you like you're at a disadvantage.
Exactly. I mean, you see 2 guys line up in the UFC, and you'll see one guy be able to dominate top control, or what is it called? Top mount, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's having a hard time. I mean, of course, they're trained wrestlers, but he's having a hard time getting out with one guy that's his weight.
Exactly.
You got 3-4 guys holding you down.
That are beating you and holding you down.
Exactly.
They're beating you too.
Exactly.
I don't know if you've ever seen, but a lot of times how they portray it, I don't know. I don't know if it's a real thing, but what they do in them open cot areas, just roll up and throw a fucking sheet over top your chest.
Yeah.
2 people hold down each side, and you just straight up can't fucking move.
Yeah.
Just come up beat the shit out of you. Yeah.
Rape you.
This shit is, you're definitely right there. That's how people escape facing reality of what that is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think 100% it's just I ain't gay. No, done. That's done. That's out. I'm not gay.
I just want somebody to answer me how you're gonna die if they don't kill you. How you're gonna die? Unless you say I'm gonna keep a shank on to kill myself.
You're gonna slit your throat
as soon as. But you better hope you can get to your shank.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that.
I imagine that if you have a shank,
they don't even got shanks. There's
if you have a shank,
we're gonna fuck you.
Exactly. If you have a shank, I'm sure someone knows. someone knows, the whole prison knows.
Right. And you don't know nobody.
And then
They could be running shit. They could pay a guard.
yeah, that. I mean, just look at how BGF did the Baltimore Correction Center down here.
Exactly.
He had 11 guards pregnant.
I hate thinking about shit. How many dudes would have been pregnant?
If you exactly.
Bro, they fucked a lot of dudes, and you know that.
Oh yeah,
they fucked. Them people were in there. If they had a pool like that, no, they were fucking every dude they wanted. It's horrible to think about.
Well, I think they could, but if you have prison guards that were just busting it open, or just like.
But that was mainly for the head
That's
guy.
True. That's
you don't
true.
know if everybody was fucking.
Yeah,
them,
you're right.
you
Yeah,
know?
probably fucking.
If maybe it's one other guy or two other guys, but it's not every gang member that's in there, and they still want to fuck something.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like, it happened in the one show in Atlanta where like, they made mention they were like he was accused of being gay in the holding area. He was like, "Man, this is prison. People fuck dudes all the time." They're like, "That's prison. You was doing it on the outside." I'm just like there's that distinction of like if it's in prison, it's not gay.
Yeah, bro. We're not gonna put names out there, but there's somebody that we know that was telling me about how like their homeboy used to always say that, like, everybody knew basically, everybody on the block basically knew like he would go to jail and like they didn't like he wasn't taking no dick, but he would like get his dick sucked by, whatever you want to call him
on the yard or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call him in jail.
Which, if it's in like any of the movies I've seen, there's that femme group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they're sucking dick if you,
probably want to suck your dick,
But you don't know that, right?
You don't know that
exactly. That like they would want to suck your dick.
But
so that's always weird.
Yeah, but again, I'm only going off of what I've seen in movies where like they're like super feminine. They tie up their shirts.
They make it seem like they want to suck all dick.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I doubt it's like that. They have a choice.
Yeah.
They probably let's say there's 100 dudes.
What?
At least have a choice. No, they do. Let's say there's 100 dudes. At least 10 of those dudes are gonna get their dick sucked by one of them if they're doing like 6 months.
And it's more likely. I'll tell you what.
They could have the best choice out of those 10.
It's more likely. Let's say you do go in there and make friends. And your cellmate, he's your cool dude, and he gets his dick sucked by one of those inmates. You're more likely to be acceptable and be like, "I want to get my dick sucked too." When he did it, you know what I mean? It's like, everyone's seeing it's that group shit. It's like, oh, he's doing it and no one's calling him gay. I guess I'm gonna do it too, real quick.
But
you're more likely
he would come out and be with women.
Exactly.
And it's like, is that guy gay?
The one sucking dick?
No, the guy that's just getting his dick sucked when he's in jail.
It's prison.
What about jail there? It might not be prison. Like, you can do 6 months in jail.
I think anybody who's like flipping and fucking dudes with a 6-month sentence, I don't think I could hold out for 6 months without fucking dudes.
6 months isn't even long, right?
Exactly.
Like, honestly, a year. You're not even contemplating nothing like that.
2 years, maybe? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You don't know. You might be like,
I feel like for me, it's like,
you might let him suck my dick. Just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like I could hold it down. For a while. Like, of course, if you're doing life, you might just become gay for all you know. Like, you're just like, you know what? I ain't got shit to live for. I'm gonna just do whatever comes my way. I don't give a hell. You got drugs in here. I'll do the drugs.
I'm drinking that. I'm drinking onion wine. Fuck it.
It's like straight. You got terminal. You got terminal cancer, basically. You get a life sentence, and they let you out in general pop.
Exactly.
It's like, you're living life. It was like, fuck it. Whatever I can get.
Oh shit! You think people who are terminally ill, you think they should get commuted sentences and be allowed to live on the outside if they're dying?
No. I don't give a fuck, bro.
There's a question.
You'd be thankful that they gave you something that can kill you.
Exactly.
Maybe if it's something stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in jail for, it's like pretty much violent things, right? It's what you don't really want to fucking let out.
Yeah.
Because you're like, man, no, you did something to hurt someone else. Once you affect somebody else, I'm just not really likely to give a shit.
Die in jail, bitch.
You can't hurt people.
Yeah.
You can't hurt
100%. 100%.
Like, even if it sounds fucked up, like as a judge, like if you came in and like somebody came in and they stole from you, they stole your fucking dirt bike,
right.
And they sold it and you never seen it again. I'm way more bothered by that than someone comes in and stole $30 from Walmart. Even though I shouldn't be, I just am because I'm like, you don't steal from people.
Well, even if you stole an equal value dirt bike from Walmart,
Whatever it is, I'm still just more inclined to be like
10 grand from Walmart, whatever.
You don't steal from people, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the main things I'm like. If you got to steal, let's say you're starving, bro. You got nothing to eat. Don't go rob someone. Go rob a store, bro. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
go
that.
run Walmart, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Go steal some meats or something.
It's
bro.
like this is one thing. It's like you go in. Let's say you start eating a bag of chips as a homeless man in the middle of Walmart. You think you're getting arrested? I think you're just gonna get kicked the fuck out. Like
yeah, because they really don't have much to
and just start smashing real quick. You'll probably get a whole meal in before someone comes and stops you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Exactly.
But I would picture I'd go for smaller licks. I still would hit like businesses and shit, but like a little smaller, something a little easier. Where I could like just slide in a nacho cheese lunchable, something like that, right down my pants. Just something small and get out. Yeah. Walmart, I feel like they be checking receipts and shit like that there, you know?
Yeah. You got a lot of Walmarts though you can hit.
Yeah, that's true. But
I might exacerbate those before I move to just start getting kicked out of Walmarts everywhere. My days are spent moving from Walmart to Walmart.
Yeah, I bet I would just try dumb shit like just going to Popeyes like, yo, I had my order wrong yesterday. Just try it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I have literally nothing to lose. I have nothing.
Oh man, I mean, I remember last time you were talking about how the Popeyes would stop you from giving chicken to the homeless people outside.
Just go into a business and be like, yeah, I got hired the other day. Just try it.
Yeah,
I'm a student here.
Yeah,
you got nothing to lose, bro.
They just try everything.
Anything. Which you don't besides drugs. That's the one thing you want to avoid. That's the worst part about it is.
It's weird because I see enough people beg for food to where it's like, it must be harder than that.
Yeah, well, obviously you need food. But they also realize like the number one thing they can get is food. If you watch those homeless videos where people talk to them, they're like, honestly, like it sounds weird, but like a lot of them say like, don't give me food. You know, like they're like, there's other things I need, like a toothbrush, a blanket. Like I can find food. I can go in the trash and find food if I got to. But like I literally can't get a blanket. I can't get whatever it is, toothbrush, basic essential things like that.
Especially in the winter time.
Because if you ever realize, like, there's a lot of people downtown, like, they have food stocked right there. People give them food. Like,
people get enough food.
People feel comfortable with that. But like, it's when you give them cash because people say, oh, not everyone out there has a problem. Bro, 9 out of 10 of them have a problem. Like, it might not be addiction, but if you're including mental illness plus addiction, and 9 out of 10 of them have a problem.
And they obviously get cash because you continue to see them continue their problem.
They're buying drugs.
Like, exactly.
Hard.
They're able, so they get cash. They do get cash.
We talked about how like they all fear withdrawal. You know what I mean? Like you definitely don't want to withdraw on the streets. Like you just don't want to do that, bro. That's hard to do.
You probably don't want to be sober when you're homeless. Like
right, exactly. Like what? Why would I worry about being sober?
Anything to forget me being homeless.
Yeah, people gave me food. I'm not hungry. I might as well buy that 15 bag.
Exactly. Like you see it. They obviously get their money. I don't know. Like you think you would see more homeless people, like more squeegee homeless dudes. You know what I mean? Like I've seen one or two. Like you think people, it's like I don't know. Like because I like to think I'd resort to, something along those lines just to make the exchange of cash feel better or something. I don't know. Like. I don't know. I think I would turn something into something and make something. I don't know.
I've seen the most basic of stuff. Sometimes it's like,
but then again, like
I just don't want you to do anything expecting something.
Then again, if you are working, like if so, you see people beg up the streets all the time. I guess if that's working fine, why offer a service? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, like I've seen people like either like just hold the door, like as you're going in Wawa, somebody will hold the door for you. It's like hoping for some change or something. I'm like. Yeah. I don't like it because you're kind of expecting me to give you something for it, but I do respect that you're doing something.
Yeah, exactly. That's where the squeegee dudes get me. They're like, any spare change for the hustle? And I'm like, shit, anything for the hustle, my dude. I feel you.
Yeah, the other day, like I usually hit this one. I like this one specific guy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even need my shit washed. It's a work truck. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't even really care. But he hits my shit. I always break him off something. Like the other day, I didn't have enough, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing for you today, bro. He's like, oh, good dog, just dabs up. Like that guy, I get that guy money all the time because he's just always been cool as shit. He never ever did anything. But like I did have an instance where the guy was like, I'll break this mirror off. And I'm just like, yo, I literally don't have money either. Like, I just got my car.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I literally don't got no change or nothing. Not even pennies in the work truck.
Yeah, you really. I mean, like, I'm a person that rarely has cash on me at all.
Yeah, I don't even really have change, bro.
Yeah.
I usually put it in my shit when I get home, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, break it. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean?
It's a work truck.
Work truck,
Yeah.
break it. I'm just gonna fucking have to call the cops. So I don't want to call the cops, bro. I'm not that guy.
Exactly.
You break a work truck, what I'm gonna say?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely get like I have like there's a corner I pass every day, and it's typically the same group of kids that I mean, we know them now. They've been there for like 4 months now. We go by over there every day. You come accustomed to seeing these people. But I've only ever seen, at least in my experience, I've only ever seen people. These people, well, the squeegee boys attack other people when other people are being rude to them. Like I've seen one dude, he got his car hit because he told him nah and then told him like fuck off somewhere or something. And then they just started cussing him out. And then he threw a Yoo-hoo bottle at him, like a glass bottle, and tried to dip off. And I mean, it's like 6 of them with squeegees, and just like they just started fucking his shit up. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never
with squeegees.
Yeah, I mean, like you've obviously had to hit the car with the squeegees. Yeah, so dent his shit. But I mean, of course, you've had unprovoked experience. I've never had one of those. So,
yeah, so I never had none either. And when people kept talking about it on the radio, I kept thinking like,
you must be a dick if you're inciting that type of thing.
It's only happened one time. That one kid, like, he was just like, I'll break this mirror. I'm just like, on flex, but okay, like, it's just weird. I'm just like, usually it's like every time I'm like, nah, even if they get a little salty, they've never like threatened anything or like hit the car or anything like that, So,
and another thing that gets me is like, it's weird because they also play on like human nature because they'll just come up and start washing the window and they're not stopping. And for a lot of people, they're just like, well, shit. Now I feel like I owe them something.
Yeah, because they're literally like, no, and they're still
exactly. And then people rush to do something. So like, I've seen ones that just go up and start washing the windows, and people will either start by saying no, but then they keep washing and they give them something at the end.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's weird how like,
and they just like look in there. They just make eye contact, like.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
50 cent or whatever it is.
It's something. Yeah. You're always gonna pull out something. I mean, like the other day, like usually like it was a different crew, so I wasn't gonna give them anything. But 2 guys started hitting my window from both sides, not hitting, but like started cleaning it from both sides. So I had 2 people. I'm like, well, there's like 30 cars here. I'm now taking up 2 people's time. That's double the rate. Yeah, here's some change, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it's like. Yeah.
So, what do you think it should be legal?
I mean, because of the instances that we've seen reported, they do cause problems. I mean, of course, the few got ruin it for the many.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So I don't think so. I don't think it should be. But again, I don't know what you do to stop that thing, because making something illegal doesn't work. You need to enforce it.
My number one thing with it is like the fact that sometimes they hold up traffic.
Yeah.
Like, man, bro, I'm downtown, bro. These green lights come and go. Like, I got to get through here.
Yeah.
And like sometimes, they're finishing up as it's green.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, then they got to get out through the traffic. So that takes a second. It's like when the homeless guys, like there's this one homeless guy with a wheelchair and he'll go down the lane of traffic.
Yeah.
It's like every time you take off, you got to like maneuver around this homeless guy in a wheelchair. Bro, that same homeless guy, I swear to God on everything that I love, this is a true story. That same homeless guy that's in that wheelchair, that's coming down that lane like he does. One day I'm literally leaving work, bro, come around right out front of the school, dog. I swear to God, he is literally right. The funny thing is, there's a police car right on the corner. The school, so the police car's right here.
Right.
The school's right here. He's right here, ducked behind 2 cars, smoking a fucking crack pipe, dog. I swear to God, 10 feet from a school, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, you think I would ever give you anything, you piece of shit, dog? I don't care. Like, I'm all for the rehab, the recovering of addicts, dog. When you're at the point where you don't even have the decency to not be out front of a school, like that's when I don't like that's next level shit. Like, I can't stand that shit.
Crack fucking somewhere else.
I wanted to fuck that dude up in a wheelchair, bro. I'm like, you're already in a wheelchair.
Get the fuck out of here.
Literally, bro, in front of us. Like, I don't care if you smoke crack, dog.
And then get
away from a school.
So I don't care if cops don't stop homeless people just smoking crack. I don't care if they see that and drive by it. But when you're ignoring it in front of the school, it's a whole other problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well, they
cop
couldn't even
being
see.
there-
Like, they straight up did not know.
Okay.
The cops did not see. They were responding to a house call, and he just ducked between two cars, just getting
Okay,
it,
I
like
gotcha.
down the street.
I figured he was like there for the school or something. I
Yeah,
gotcha,
no. So he's down the street, and he's just ducked between two cars, getting a quick hit of crack before he goes out and begs some more, basically. I'm like, and I see this
Fucked
guy.
up,
I'm
man.
like, I always want to bring it up to him. You know what I mean? But he's like never. I've never got like a face on face. Usually,
Yeah, I
don't get-
imagine he wouldn't even be responsive to it. Like, what'd you say?
yeah, he wouldn't even know exactly. He wouldn't even
not
know.
a dollar buy. Like, no change buy. Fuck off.
It's crazy.
Especially if he's smoking crack and then begging.
That shit
He's
just
on crack. He
bothered
doesn't
me
give a fuck.
so much. I'm like, bro, imagine if my kid went to this school, dog. I'd
Exactly.
be ready to push your ass off a bridge.
Wheel your ass somewhere else.
Yeah, wheel your ass fucking 100 miles.
We'll
or
fucking
something
tow you away.
Take you to BWI.
Smoke crack here.
Yeah, seriously, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Just drop him off in the woods. It'd be like, smoke crack out here. Just
I can't. I don't understand people like that, man. I mean, I know you're an addict. You don't really give a fuck, But like, I showed you the video of like that one guy. Like, I'm sitting there working on the fucking window, and like, this guy just comes right below me and just shoots up heroin, like literally right underneath of me. Like, didn't even give a fuck that I was there, bro. Just in a bando, right out back of bando.
Yeah, he probably.
This dude asked me for water so that he could cook up some heroin, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just like, I ain't got any, dog.
I drive by this stretch of Broadway every day on my way home, and I mean, I see a sale a day, and it's not weed, it's rock or heroin, whatever it might be.
It's crazy.
Whatever it might be. So literally read that. I see one a day as I drive by. I stop at the same red light. It's usually time the same every day. We'll see a sale of that shit. And like people won't be lined up. But I mean, like you sit there long enough. I imagine you see 3 or 4 of those. People just walking up in front of this mart. Boom, here you go, crack.
It's crazy that people are still so hot with it. Because it's like you can't really be sophisticated when you're selling to crackheads.
Well, I mean, like I imagine that Lexington Market is one of the most scrutinized places in Baltimore, but it's still the open air drug market of Baltimore. I mean.
Oh yeah, 100,000 drug deals of fucking.
When you're not being stopped, you're not gonna change your attitude. You know what I mean?
And I love how they put like 2 cops down there. It's like, dog, there's 1,000 people down here.
Exactly.
You think 2 cops are gonna sit there and bust everything?
I mean, like I'll literally walk down and I'll be like, loud, ready, whatever, buttes, whatever.
Bro,
30s.
Like the time I seen it, like literally 2 cops right across the street from each other. I'm working in Lexington Market. Like these guys are just straight up coming in Lexington, hitting us out, getting out.
Yeah.
Come in Lexington, hit us out, get it out. Like right outside. I'm like, what's even the point of this right now? Like,
I'm sure for a lot of people, it's like it's one-stop shopping pretty much. You go in.
What do you do about that?
You go in.
You just tear it down.
You get some Jamaican food. You come out. You get your 30. You go eat up real quick.
Or even your bag of loud, right? Your morning loud or whatever.
Exactly. You got your Jamaican food. You got your breakfast.
Just whatever.
You got your constant
anything
peanuts.
you want. You can get anything you want.
You get your weed.
There.
You go in the store real quick. You get your Rellos, and then you're getting gone. One stop.
I bet if you went down there like I'm looking for some shrooms, somebody would get you some. I bet,
I'm not sure.
I bet, dog.
I think shrooms fall under the white boy wasted category.
See, I think you're wrong about that, dog. I used to think that same thing, but I realized a lot of black people do shrooms too, yo. They like that one. Like a lot of people I know, like they lean towards shrooms over acid.
Yeah.
But a lot of black people I know aren't even a fan of psychedelics like that.
Yeah. There's one thing I found on the internet. It's like I don't know what I started as soon as we got ours. I started following it. It's pretty much just like this, like it's like it's on Reddit, straight up. And people just talking about growing shrooms all day and how they grow their own shrooms. And
oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, like this is allowed. I mean, people are like posting pictures of their shrooms that they're growing in their tub in the basement, and I'm like,
wow.
Like, I mean, do you see people? It's like I'm sure dried. That's probably like 3 pounds of shrooms in your tub right now. Stupid, man. It's just crazy. Like, think about growing my own fucking shrooms.
Yeah, bro. I like the sound of that.
Like, literally just fucking just.
But it's weird because like you couldn't even eat 3 pounds of shrooms, like
ever in your life.
Some good shrooms.
Exactly. You might eat half ounce a year.
Yeah, top.
Like more, it's just a lot. They're definitely selling shrooms if you're growing them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how long shrooms last either.
I could eat it. I know.
You dry them, it might preserve them.
I could eat it. I think I could eat an ounce a year. Ounce of shrooms. 4 trips of a quarter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes you might even do half at one time.
Right. Well, see, one time I ate a bunch. I ate the most I ever ate. You know, it was probably like 9-10 grams, but they were like not that good.
Right.
You know, so like where I've eaten 5 grams and been 10 times is gone.
Yeah, the most I've eaten so far was the 5 grams at one sitting. Well,
Allegedly.
Whoa. Yeah, you can't prove that, Kyle. But so they say that I've eaten.
What's your ideal shroom trip?
What do you mean, like
Like
what I want to be
anything
doing
in the world, anywhere in the world, you do shrooms.
So I mean, I'm definitely thinking something. It's definitely during the daytime for once. It's during the daytime. It's definitely isolation. I mean, I want to do it with people, but it's definitely cut off from civilization with people. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be warm, scenic. So I'm thinking like, let's say if you could trip shrooms in like one of those like Caribbean huts in Bora Bora in the middle of the clear water. Like,
okay, I got
during
you.
the day, I might just want to trip in that water all fucking day.
I like it.
I
hear you.
But I mean, like, I also would want it to be somewhere where like would be very. It would be stimulating. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm in the woods. Like, it would like I
Yeah, I was
want
trying
to
to
see
go
like
completely
some
spiritual.
Yeah,
because I was thinking like I would want like I was thinking Northern Lights.
yeah.
You know, like
But I
underneath
don't want
the
to be cold, especially for a long time.
Yeah,
long
because I
time.
get cold for some reason no matter what.
Well, that and it's like
But-
you're out there, like if you're.
But you know they got like them domes.
Yeah,
You ever see like the domes you can
yeah,
get through?
yeah.
Just
That's another thing I was thinking about. Like, you know that like
that'd
they're,
be
like
dope.
in that like stair set that like goes up the mountain in like Hawaii. I
Yeah,
want to climb those bitches.
Yeah, that'd be
It's like,
cool.
you know, and just be like, you're just looking around. You're just on the side of a volcano, just like.
a volcano.
Like I said, I just
dog.
want something like I think my tripping self would love something colorful like that Caribbean hut in the middle of the water, clear water.
You
during
know
the
how
day,
me and you have talked though about deep water.
you know, just feel like a plant.
Like I think like tripping, bro. I might get really weird in some water.
But like that weird's like when it's crystal clear like that, like you're on white sand beaches type deal.
I'm
and you're just
still
sitting there,
like
and
if we
you're
go in
just
some
like-
deep shit though, like it's 10 plus.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'm going 10 plus on shrooms though. You know, I might go waist high on shrooms. And a lot of those huts, when you see them, they're like only about 3-4 feet deep around the area.
Yeah, those things are cool, man.
And they're clear. Like you literally see straight down white sand. So it's like me, I would just be like, I would just love the feeling of the sun. And then the water would also be great. Like miles of water. It would just be, I think it'd be just as spiritual and enjoyable as somewhere like you look at the Northern Lights or something, you know?
Straight up. Native American gravesite.
You're just on top of pyramids.
Pyramids.
You're on top of the pyramids. You're
tomb,
sitting,
bro. A pharaoh's tomb.
Oh shit!
A pharaoh's tomb. That would be wild,
Oh,
dude.
fucking
That would
God.
be so wild.
Or
That's
like-
wild enough sober.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
a pharaoh's
Or
tomb?
like Machu Picchu, like that
Yeah, I was-
city in the mountains. like,
Yeah,
just
I always
like,
wanted to climb up there.
Oh fuck!
You
Like,
can climb up there. It's a way to
that
do it.
one's mind blowing. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I would enjoy any ancient site, like even like the Aztec, like those Mayan
Yeah,
temples.
one of
Like,
them Aztec like seating
Yeah,
grounds where they do the
yeah,
circle
exactly.
and
man.
granite
So-
seats.
That those like
a Colosseum.
that and like
Straight up Rome Colosseum. I want to be in the middle.
like in Thailand, like they have like this like mountain stretch, and like they have these areas where like they just have these huge golden Buddha statues and shit, and like that would be amazing to see too. Like somewhere old like that as well. Like I mean, anywhere those old
Anywhere,
places, I feel
anywhere,
like
middle of
you'd-
the Grand
you
Canyon.
feel some type of different.
Just like crazy, some crazy natural shit. It would
Exactly.
definitely be
I
weird.
mean, it's just sitting on top of the Grand Canyon, looking at this big thing. Like there's definitely water in this bitch. Like it's,
There is, you know that?
yeah,
I
there's
never
water
knew
there.
that.
Yeah, but
There's
I mean,
a
like,
route you can take. You got to walk. It's like 10 miles or some crazy shit.
yeah.
But when you get there, it's a crystal clear water.
But what I'm saying is like at one point, I don't think they know. I think they think that the Grand Canyon was filled with water.
Oh, was it? I thought that was an asteroid.
No, I think it was filled with water at one point. I'm not, but I also think they don't know
That's a
exactly.
lot of
what
water.
came on.
Wouldn't it be?
It's a huge
That's
body
so
of water.
much water.
It's a huge body of water.
I was seeing some when I was consuming my info. I was seeing that, like, they were-
1,000%.
They were talking about like when they first built in LA. Basically, first time LA's flourishing, they're all doing great. Then they realize like the water is starting. The water prices are going up because they're running out of water. You know, quick being out there. So these two guys, like, they're like, you know what? We're gonna run out of water. So they go and they buy like the closest, biggest dam, and that like when they ran out of water, so they ended up charging California a shitload to then use this dam. So then it was like they eventually let the state buy that dam and use it permanently, and they just got a shitload of money.
Right.
But that allowed California to take the next step to get the bigger flow of water and everything. So basically, like these two people, I forget their name, but they saved California through doing that, just pretty much being ahead of things.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're out of water. Let's go buy some water real quick.
Yeah, it's like
Imagine a guy that sold that water. How much money he lost.
Especially like
I sold it for $250. You know what I mean? You made 250 mil.
Fuck. It made me think about like I was watching a shit about like Rockefeller the other day. You know, the oil tycoon, and started pretty much one of the big oil companies here. And pretty much what he was doing was like when he was opening his oil refineries and refining oil and everything, and when other people were trying to compete with him. I remember like he became so powerful at one point, he kind of did the Amazon thing where he was undercutting people's prices so low that they wouldn't be able to sustain.
On Rocket Power?
Rockefeller. The oil tycoon.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Oil tycoon.
I got you. No, I got you.
So like I mean that's what he did. He just like bought up all the oil refineries pretty much, and then till it came down to like, I mean they made a law. He's the one that the reason they came with the monopoly law, but like. He was able, like when he was letting go of some of his assets, that he was able to sell them for like double than what he would like originally purchase them for because of how much he built it. So it's like the same thing, it's like you see some good investments, you make it.
They hopped on it,
Yeah.
That's the benefit of capitalism, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that's what it is. You know what I mean? You're just like, what?
Yeah,
I can get it all.
Yeah.
I ain't got to share 1%.
Yeah, exactly.
I can monopolize it.
I don't say that. I mean, like
I can monopolize the natural resource.
There's like four guys that were like attributed with like growing America, which was like Rockefeller, the railroad guy who like owned all the railroads. Like I mean, it's just like at one point, one person just owned everything, which is like
Rothschild.
Yeah.
Banks.
Yeah. Oh man, like
central banks.
I watched some weird video, like they're talking about like how far the name goes back. Like it's weird that like they have that lineage because their family name has always been wealthy, and that's their thing is like apparently throughout time their family name has always been wealthy, like throughout all of time.
But I seen another thing that it was tracking like where this came from. And it's actually dates back to Nazi propaganda. That's pretty much where Rothschild came to light, to the world.
On the world scene. Yeah, I got you.
They were using that as a scapegoat, I believe, of saying like this person is in power. That's why we're basically going to war. This is me just theorizing on why they were using it.
Right.
But I imagine using that to be able to say, look at these people. We got to stop this or what they're doing. But that's what it's dated back to is Nazi propaganda.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that even intertwines, but
Nazi propaganda, Rothschild.
Yeah. No, not Rothschild. Like the family is the family. They're a rich family.
Right.
But like as far as like how we paint Rothschild nowadays.
Made Nazi propaganda.
No. How everybody's like Rothschild rules the world.
Yeah.
Nazi propaganda. Rothschild, wealthy family. No rule the world type shit being said.
So what's their role in Nazi propaganda? I guess I'm confused on that.
That's what I'm not sure of. So I mean, you can just theorize of like maybe he was saying
let me take that run with it. They were Nazis. They were Nazis. Rothschild's Nazis.
I don't know. Might have been
descendants of Hitler.
Hitler's parents.
I'm just running with this.
It's weird how they have that.
Hitler was a puppet. It was Rothschild. Rothschild is Hitler.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
It's weird how their assets can't be
taken.
No, they can't be counted
because
they're not allowed to have I forget what it's called.
I
don't know. Not an appraisal, but like
net worth.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But they do something to establish someone's net worth. They blank, but I forget what it is. But they're not allowed to have their net worth put out publicly.
They calculate their liquidable assets against their debts.
It's just theorized. People believe that they possess trillions. That family possesses trillions. I mean, they're the central banking system.
Yeah.
I got into my little dabble to it. I was stuck in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was
you can't help it.
They had that name. Like, why is this a thing?
Well, and they're attached to so many things.
And there is facts on it. Like there is facts.
That like they own most central banks, if not all of them.
Oh, I believe it's everyone, Steve. They invented central banking.
Yeah, and I know, I know people like China has kicked them out. I know that at one point they were established there.
A couple places have now, right?
Exactly.
A couple places have now.
Yeah,
but when these countries are forming, they got a central bank that has more in assets than the country's GDP. You know what I mean? So that's never good.
Well, someone has to bank the government's money.
Well, you know what they what they would say is like they would establish a central bank, cause poverty, get a country to basically need them to be there to even survive, and then they get them to go after another one basically, or they would get them to attack, make another one weak. And they that has nothing to do with Rothschilds. That's just Morocco attacking India. I don't fucking know. Whatever you want to say, right? But then India, let's say, gets weak, and then you go, you need a central bank. You know what I mean? So then and I thought that's how they did it. Basically,
what's the money?
They made people go in poverty, and then basically, a game of risk. Basically, you do what I say, or you die.
Well, it's controlling financials. It's financially controlling people through the money and vast wealth that you have. You're to be able to project your power on these types of things and get what you want.
You're getting interest on it.
And get what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like...
But it's weird when a country owes you interest.
It
doesn't even make sense.
I can't even imagine being a Rothschild where it's like you're sitting there, you're like, yeah, that happens. This is what we do.
I didn't want to be that.
And then you're sitting there, you're just like, how do you live with yourself? You're just like, oh, this is what we do. We control the world.
I'm more of a trill.
Well, I can't even...
I'm more of a trill.
Little trill.
Little T.
Love little trill out this bitch.
It's insane to think about, man. But I would never want to even be born into that. Maybe little bit of wealth, but not that kind.
I wish they did like IG videos like that. You're like, it's your boy Lil Trill Rothschild right here with a stack of money like this.
God, it'd be so hard.
That's Lil Trill Rothschild, boy.
You never hear anything about it though.
And let's say that they're sitting there just like, look, central bank money, central bank.
You ever
they're just so in your face with it.
When they get confronted?
No.
Bro, it's creepy. It's creepy. There's people that confront them. So like one time, that like that meeting that it's basically the Skull and Bones. I don't know. No, Skull and Bones is the Yale thing. Well, it's kind of like that, but it's
Harvard?
Cornell? No. Alex Jones exposed it before. But like it's 100% fact that the richest people in this world are in a group and they do meet up separately in different spots every year.
Yeah.
This is 100% established.
There's like 3 different. I know one that's real. It's like the Trilateral Commission. Is that one of them?
That's exactly it.
That's exactly
it.
That's one of them.
You know what? That shit is 100% proven real. When they have these things, the police block off wherever the area is at for blocks. The airport literally closes a specific run lane for them to arrive in. They go the back way of the airport, bro. They didn't even go through the airport. Fucking shit. And they got him one day coming out of one of the meetings. And they write up on him. And he's just cringy. You know what I mean? He's just really cringy the way that he answers things. Because the guy's like putting him on the spot, saying all the conspiratorial shit. And he's just pretty much like dodging and like got like this. You know what he reminds me of? Like the guy that's on that. There's a lot of Rothschild. But that guy that's on that one, it reminds me of Mr. Burns. From Simpsons, he's like that. Like, I'm not up to nothing. T-Rex arm type motherfucker. That's like, bro. How about somebody that's deaf? Well, I don't know. But he's definitely fucking someone unwillingly. I don't even know if it's a kid. It might be an adult, but it's unwillingly.
It's the devil.
Yeah, it's the devil. It's the devil got sprint.
The devil's fucking him, or he's fucking the devil. Something like that.
I mean, they do. That's like the big conspiracy, that they believe. Like, well, I mean, it's not really that conspiratorial when you think about like Rockefeller. Having 6 heart transplants. He had a heart transplant when he was like 98 years old.
Yeah, he lived for a long ass time. He died recently.
He ran through hella hearts though. Like, how do you get it? You can't get on the list that many times, dog.
Yeah,
and be at the top every time.
I mean, it's like
he was buying a heart, dude.
Yeah, I feel like you sit there and notice like 5 times the price of a normal heart. You're like, what? I thought you were gonna say 10.
But you legally cannot buy a heart, dude. You legally cannot buy a heart, bro.
That's what they tell you.
That's what I'm saying. But why did nobody say nothing?
Well, because I think something like that's like, all right, well then like, here comes the CEO of Johns Hopkins. They're like, I got this. I'll deliver this heart personally, and they just change the records, and no one knows the better. You know, it's just like when you have that
But
much
we know
money,
publicly. We know publicly he had 6 heart transplants. That's questionable, bro.
I mean, but who's gonna go after it? You know, I mean, like,
You would think maybe the government would be like, how the fuck did he get on it?
who do you think sold him the hearts?
That's what, I'd imagine it was like in some different countries.
wherever your blood type
Amsterdam.
is, wherever your blood type is. You know, I mean, like you find it, you know, you're just like, give me that heart.
6 people's hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they believe that they do that vampire facial shit. You know, or like they do blood transfusions with younger blood.
That's what makes me queasy thinking about it. Like they had that shit for a while. They're talking about like injecting like blood in your face or some shit.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, like
bro, they do blood transfusions. Literally, like as blood's coming out of you, they transfer an 18-year-old's blood in you. Like that's a real thing that a lot of people do. I'm sure the wealthy elite do. It apparently gives you that rush, dog. Like a crazy rush. 18-year-old.
Like what the fuck?
Latino.
Like I mean, like what's the rush from? The actual young blood? Or is it them just being like, I have so much money and power? Like, yes.
Well, that's like, I think it's like the plasmas, which is a weird thing that I think a lot of people don't know is like when you give blood, they give you your blood back. They take the plasmas out of it, which is always weird to me. I just hate even saying it. It just sounds weird. Like, you know what I mean? The blood they take out of you get back.
Yeah, imagine
but they take the plasma out of the blood. And then you get blood that don't got no plasma. I was just like, what do you make more plasma, I guess? And it just becomes
make more blood.
It's just weird. Just keep the blood. Just keep the blood.
Well, you also,
I wonder how much blood you can make.
Like I'm trying to think like what organ makes blood?
Right.
Because the heart pumps it. But I'm thinking like it pumps it? I don't know. It's like I don't know.
That's a weird one, ain't it?
That's a weird one.
The heart make
I gotta research more. That's just this probably sounds so dumb to somebody. There's like
literally what other organ could it be?
That's what I was trying to run down.
I can't.
But you find out your testicles are making your blood. You're just like, knew it.
Wow.
Knew it.
You break through in science. You get a Nobel Peace Prize. He established that the nerve system is all controlled.
There's also something funny the other day where there's a I'm not bringing Reddit a lot, but there's a Reddit and it's called like Bad Women's Anatomy, like screenshot people who like will say something dumb and it'll just be like they don't know like. There's one guy's like, you guys are idiots if you think or if you think that pee doesn't come from the vagina or some shit. And I remember one guy was just like, it's like finding out that you don't store your pee in your balls or some shit like this.
I wish you could shout out that user.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I remember like being a kid. It's like, wait, you don't store pee in your balls? Like,
so you believe that?
I think for a period of time I did. Without like I probably never even thought about it, but like when you hold your pee a lot, where do you really feel? Like you feel it a lot in your dick. You know, it might be like
you do, but it hurts above, not below. My balls don't hurt when I gotta take a piss. My bladder goes above my scrotum.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like if I'm 6, I'm just like, yeah, it probably comes in the balls. You know, it's like, it's probably stored in the balls, isn't it? I don't know. You know?
I think that's balls.
Because I mean, like you don't even know what an erection is. You're just like,
what is balls?
So you don't have a computer. You don't have nobody to ask.
Johnny.
You have nobody to ask. You're literally jotting your fucking school book. You're like, wait, okay, where might my pee come from?
How good of a show would that be? Yeah, you're right, because we don't know. We couldn't look it up.
You don't know kidneys. You don't know what your kidneys are.
How good would it be, though, with a show where you just ask kids questions like that? Like, just questions you should not ask them.
They have that kids say the darndest things.
Yeah, but we're talking like a real weirder version. Ooh, you know?
I don't know. I don't think I want to,
Like, would you rather kick your mom or your dad's ass? You just get the truth, right? You get the kids say the darndest things, but like, so evil to it.
Yeah. It's like I saw one where it was like this little girl with her dad. She's leaving out the house, and she's like, "I love you, Dad." And he's like, "Oh, I love you too." And she's like, "But not as much as Mom." Imagine something. I just see the same thing. It's like, well, I love my dad, but I love Mommy more, so I'd probably beat my dad's ass. I said, well, which one do you think you could beat up? My dad's a sissy. Beat his ass.
They say shit like that. What about like a kid fear factor?
It's like, all right, you got to eat those mashed potatoes mixed with milk. And the kid's like,
Okay.
I mean, like, what else do you do? I found something funny earlier. If you are allergic to shellfish, you're also allergic to roaches.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's funny.
That just blew my mind. I'm like,
It's not good.
yeah.
You know what I learned? You
What?
can get tuberculosis from a deer.
Do you carry deer tuberculosis?
Yeah, and you can get
Huh.
it through bacteria.
Wow.
Yeah. So be careful with deers, bro. If they got tuberculosis, they can give it to you.
I think there's a sign within the rib cage of
Yeah.
sick animals.
Yeah,
Like those bubbles or
That's
something.
exactly what they showed.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. So
Yeah.
I just didn't know it was tuberculosis.
Yeah, that's tuberculosis apparently.
Well, I guess it makes sense because it's like,
Isn't it weird how they used to be a killer? Like back in the day,
tuberculosis?
like, he got the black lung.
Oh, I got TB.
Remember Arthur? Right,
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah.
He had tuberculosis.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, he's got the black lung. He's
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a-
like-
that- now you're like 2 days antibiotics, you're usually pretty good.
Well, you do gotta be isolated to know that because I think it takes
Well, you
time.
give it to people.
'Cause it takes
But you're
time
taking antibiotics, you're pretty
because
good.
it lives on surfaces. So like before your treatment, after your treatment, you gotta stay for a period of time for it to die off from you.
Sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Yeah.
you're a nurse, you're just working around or a doctor, just working around germs all day of deadly diseases. Sucks.
You know what really creeps me out is when you look at the biological waste thing that's full of needles. That thing really fucks me because I'm like, every time the thought creeps in my head of sticking your hand in there, you're just like, like someone just reaching in there by accident, just getting jabbed up by like 30 needles.
I know what makes me think about that though is that you ever see that Saw movie when they did that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It was the
I
I
forget. There's like 8 now. I'm like,
I forget which one, but when they
You
were all
know?
trapped in a house and they had the numbers on the back of their
Yeah.
neck.
it was past like 3. I probably don't know it.
Oh man, it was
It's
like that. It's honestly probably the best one though, dog. You should watch it. Where it's like they're all trapped in a house and they got numbers on the back of their neck basically, and they got to try and put this combination together. And they're all different people, and it's a cocky ass dude. He ends up going crazy. So like, there's a challenge to keep getting more, like to unlock someone to get a number, you know. And there's a point where like it's just a fucking pit of needles, dog. A straight up, basically well of needles, and they like you got to find this fucking lock that you can open
And all these needles.
so you can get this combination to open this, you know, and so on.
Oh,
And everybody's
God.
just like, ain't fucking doing it. And that fucking cocky ass guy just picks up the girl, dog, throws her in there, like, get it.
Oh my
Dog, that's what makes me think about the pricky and shit, bro. You gotta see that scene, dog.
I
It's
don't
fucking.
want to, yo.
And at that point, she's like, well, I'm in here.
I do bad enough with a container on a wall that's clearly labeled where you can't even see the needles, but you know that there's like 40 needles in
Well,
there,
what would
let
you
alone
do?
a well of needles.
What would you do in that situation? Because you're like, well, you already threw me in here, and we do need this combination lock. You're like, I might as well find it.
I guess I'm going digging.
Yeah, but afterwards, you're trying to get a kill, right?
Afterwards, I'm definitely trying to kill that dude.
As soon as you heal,
Yeah.
because you're hurt.
Yeah.
Those things will fucking jab the shit out of
Yeah,
you.
they go deep. I mean, like, everyone, people have shot. You've had shots before. You know
Yeah.
they hurt.
And I ain't even them going all the way in.
Exactly.
You're thinking something puncturing you,
yeah.
fucking hit a nerve.
One thing that creeps me out is how easy they go in.
Yeah, they're like designed to
It's just
puncture
like,
you.
yeah, it's like,
What if you have your
shit.
face?
Exactly.
He throws you and you just land like
thinking,
that.
I'm thinking needles in the eye.
As soon as he throws you, you gotta bet that.
Like imagine like you got a needle like in your fucking
God,
like
bro.
3 or 4. It's going through your eyelid because you blinked and now your eyelid's now needled shut and you're just like.
Saw had some good predicaments though. Like, you know, for a guy like me, I
I
love
like
Saw
them.
because
Yeah,
it was
they were
always
cool.
like they honestly got weaker and weaker, but
They
like
asked the hard questions.
it was always like, would you do this to survive? That might be the reason I ask all them questions because of Saw, bro. But there's just some good ass ones. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
remember the one where like he's just got to go through razor blades to get to the
Yeah.
other side? Like on the first Saw, he just had to go through like 10 feet of razor blades to get out. Like the door's open basically. He just got to get through.
Yeah.
And he just fucking could not make it through.
One of the most iconic, and it's in the first one, but the dude had to saw off his own leg. You know, it's like I mean, I don't think everyone's seen all the Saw movies, but I mean, like that. I mean, it's like tough one. I don't even probably pass the fuck out. I don't know. I mean, definitely killing yourself though. You're dead. Major artery.
I think. Well, I don't know. I mean, because they
Major artery.
They used to do it though all the time.
Yeah,
And
but
people lived.
Yeah, I guess.
And now we got modern medicine, so if you could survive to the hospital,
Isn't it wild how like the nub heals of an amputation, like especially on a leg, like at the thigh?
yeah, like it just forms skin, gets all hard.
I mean, I think it's grafted on, But regardless,
It's not always grafted on, right? Isn't it sometimes just
I
pulled
think
over?
it's grafted. Yeah, I'm not sure because I mean, like you're talking about a portion of your leg
Right.
that doesn't grow skin.
Born like that. The people
Yeah,
I'm thinking about.
yeah.
But you're right. If you got to get
Yeah.
amputated.
I remember I remember when the Women's World Cup was around. I was watching a lot of highlights. There was the one girl on the national team who had a nub. She was born, with no arm. But she plays in the women's Major League Soccer here in America, and there's a video of her on the internet where she gets carded for a handball. And she's like, I don't got no fucking hand. Like, I don't have a fucking hand.
Oh my
And I
god.
think it like hits her nub, and she's like, I don't have a fucking hand. Like, but she's joking, like,
Right.
it's funny. Ha ha
I
ha.
seen a thing like that. I forget the pitcher's name. Sorry guys, but if you look it up,
Is it the baby in her?
he was it's a one-handed pitcher. He made it to the MLB. Like
That's wild.
when he
Oh
was like-
yeah, because he would switch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
When he was a kid though, he was like, Dad, I want to play sports. And his dad's like, all right, let's play soccer. You don't even need your hand, basically, And he's like, that would be a baseball. And then like
I seen the video.
he threw like 3. You seen that?
Yeah, I seen the video.
Like he threw like 3 perfect games and shit like that, and he would just switch over quick as shit and throw it.
Yeah.
That's so. Have you ever heard of the yips in baseball?
Yips, no.
It's basically like a pitcher like
Baseball stupid.
it really can be anybody. Like Chris Davis got the yips.
Oh, so you just can't hit.
Like you just can't do it. But it mainly happens in pitchers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like
it's
like
mental.
like the tight end that the Ravens selected last year, Hayden Hurst. He had the yips. He was a baseball guy. That's why he's so old. He was in baseball. He was a great pitcher. One day just got the yips, bro. Couldn't even put the ball over top the mail no more, dog. Just could not do it. Mentally could not do it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy right now, John Lester. He plays for the Cubs. He can pitch like a motherfucker, but he can't throw to first base, bro. He's got the yips for first base. It's a weird saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But and everybody knows. So what he has to do is just like change the timing of all his pitches. So like he might throw a fastball in 2 seconds. Then he'll throw it in 5 seconds. It's just hard for you to get a jump. You know what I mean? That's the only way he can stop it because he knows if he throws over there, it's going over the guy's head. But he can throw it over the mail.
Right, exactly. Down the middle accurately.
And it's usually easy for lefties. Like righties have trouble sometimes because they got to go like this.
Yeah.
But for a lefty, you're literally just going like this.
Yeah.
But he can throw it 95 miles an hour for this, but he can't go like that. Like, it's so hard. It's just
Actually, 95 miles an hour.
Accurately,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yips, the yips.
Huh.
It's so weird.
That's a new term. I never heard that.
Yeah, like they can
Well,
just do it, then they just can't do it one day.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Davis, Crush Davis. How far are you falling?
Yeah.
But I mean, with pitchers, I mean, I think you've seen it. It's weird that like you go your whole career and don't have that.
It's exactly. Some people don't.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy how with Baltimore how like we've done a 360 on Chris Davis pretty much. Like we loved it when he was hitting. We loved it when he was hitting the home runs. We're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then he started doing like shit. We're all like, oh my god. And then he did
We're
so
paying you
bad.
so much.
He did so bad where we're like, we can't even bash him no more. He's at his lowest.
Exactly.
He broke the record.
Exactly.
For longest hitless streak. After that, you're just like, all right, now we got to root for you again. Because we're just like, we're begging
you to stop, Chris.
Yeah, we just feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, we just feel bad for being
Chris,
like,
stop. Don't do it to yourself, Chris.
His life is probably really hard right now.
It can't be that hard because you still got that guaranteed bread.
That's great and everything. But at the end of the day, ever since you were a kid, you wanted to play baseball.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You were once great.
Yeah.
And you can't do it no more. You know, it's like that thing with a fighter, like we talked about before, but I was like saying, like, some fighters are never going to be a champion. You know what I mean? Well, it sucks when you're a champion, you lose it and you can't get it back.
It's like that.
It's like you came and you won and you can't accept it, you know?
BJ Penn for the longest time.
BJ still, bro. Just can't accept it.
Yeah, even after he took that L where like you got beat the fuck up in that nightclub. Then he got beat the fuck up in a nightclub.
Dropped.
Yeah. And it's just like, all right, well, maybe when you become a viral sensation for getting knocked out in a nightclub, maybe it's time.
It's time to quit.
Yeah,
well, he has the longest lose streak ever in the UFC.
It's I still in the UFC, but I mean, people.
He's about to have another fight. He got
people
canceled.
love BJ.
He's about to fight again in November.
People love BJ.
Yeah, people
love
to see BJ get fucked up.
People love Penn. You know, but I think there's a guy there who's just like BJ's gonna get this guy, man. There's no way he makes.
There's also this factor of just like seeing there's like, oh man, he's gonna get obliterated. When you know somebody's gonna get obliterated, you kind of want to tune in too. Don't really matter who it is, right? Like even if it was somebody you like say it's GSP. If GSP came back at 45 and he's fighting fucking John Jones or some, of course that's stupid, but just some crazy shit. And you're just like, GSP's going to get fucked up. You're still tuning in.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I unfortunately want to see this too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I want to see maybe he pulls it off this time.
It's like, the heavyweight bare knuckle fighting. You're just like, this is going to be fucked up. This is gonna be some fucked up shit that I gotta watch.
That's what my mom always hated. She always hated heavyweight boxing. Like, even though she liked some of the fighters at the time, she always hated. She was like, just watch them go 3 rounds and they're winded the rest of the time. I'm just like,
it really is like that.
I just don't want to see these big ass I want to see these quick fast guys, like strike somebody up. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how many rounds is bare knuckle? Is that 3?
The champions are 5. It's 3
3-5, right?
I think it's 3 2-minute rounds or 3 3-minute, something like that. But I know the champions it's 5 rounds 2 minutes.
Yeah,
championship fights.
What's your average salary? What's your lowest average salary per fight for bare knuckle fighting?
It's probably low, bro. It's probably $3,500
a fight.
Yeah, probably for the lowest people.
Yeah, I'm saying like for you personally. Like,
for me.
Yeah, what are you looking for? What are you looking for?
I'll fight people my weight.
Yeah, fighting your weight class.
I'll fight my weight class.
Yeah. Bare knuckle.
Who I am now with just no training. So basically, I get knocked out every time I go in there. Or am I fighting?
Well, that's up to you.
But I'm saying, like, am I fighting trained fight? Am I fighting fucking?
Well, you're fighting the bare knuckle champion. You're fighting
fucking Conor.
You're fighting in the league. You're fighting in the league. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not fighting on my skill level. Is what I'm saying.
That's up to you. It's like,
I have no training, so I'm fighting people with training.
Well, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're trained. Let's say for the sake you're trained.
That's what I want to hear.
And you're going and fighting. You're training. You're being a part of the league. You're another fighter. You're a fighter.
Okay.
What's your minimum wage requirement?
If I'm a fighter, I feel like I got a lot of confidence, right? Because I mean, this is what I do. I train, but obviously, I can take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put on a show. I'm here to finish, guys.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'd be so scared. I'm here to finish. Yeah. I can't even go 3 rounds.
I feel like I gave you too much power on deciding on what this actually was.
Yeah. But I'm saying I need I mean, I'm broke right now, though. So it's like
that looks pretty enticing.
Yeah, it's like a $50,000. $50,000. I feel like I'll fight somebody bare knuckle.
I think that's pretty high. That's pretty good. That's pretty high, because I don't think people make that.
Yeah, but their top guys do, definitely.
Yeah, top guys.
Yeah, but like,
you're the top guy. You're climbing right now.
I'm saying, if I gotta go out here, bro,
you're climbing. You're starting from the bottom, and then they hit you. They're like, all right, look, you know what?
Well, I'm just gonna go UFC then.
We'll give you 10.
I'm gonna go UFC then.
That's not the question. Like, all right, we'll give you 10. We'll give you 10 grand a fight.
And I'm a trained fighter? No. No, I can make more than that somewhere as a trained fighter.
This is your last resort.
All right, last resort. I gotta take 10 grand.
And then they're like, "No, we want you to get 5. But we give you
open weight class.
But we give you double win bonus.
Yeah, if you win, you
get 10. Get 5.
Oh, if you win, you get 10.
Exactly. So if
you get 2,500.
You go for it.
Put me in there.
I just want you to take some obscene loaded number.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just want to say you want to enter a fight. Bare knuckles.
I'll fight anybody right now. Bare knuckles, my weight, for fucking 10 grand. Like, I'll get knocked out for 10 grand.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not saying you're going 3 rounds, 2 minutes. You're not going. You know what I mean?
I hope, because I like to think that means I'm winning the fight.
Let's say you get fucked up the whole time, but you're not getting knocked out.
I don't got that much heart. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's always weird with those kind of questions because you're like, oh, go in there for a minute.
I'm just backing your corner.
I'm
backing too many corners down here.
I'll go in there for a minute and I'll just start a fight.
All right.
It's like, I took about that.
That's time for me to ask you, how much for you to do gay porn? Straight up, you get fucked. How much money per film?
For me to get fucked would be an insane amount. It's just like I said I think that women should make more, So I think
they do.
As a man, I definitely would.
They make more, exponentially more than men.
Much, bro.
Well, it depends who you are, but like the top male performer is making less than the top female performer. That's just
that might be true.
That's how porn is.
But people do gay porn because it pays more.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So overall, it's a higher per average.
Yeah, but that top guy still makes less than the top woman.
We don't know the stats on that. You were just saying.
Well, we know the stats. They have.
If you're gonna find Lisa Ann, like if you count her,
I'm saying top porn stars versus top male porn stars.
Who's the top porn star not named Lisa Ann? Who is it?
Mia was on top. I don't know. I don't like it.
She really got. She said she made like some low ass amount. Did you see what she
I
said?
think that just might be.
I know. I don't know if that's true, but
Come
like, why
on.
would you even say
You
that
know?
though?
You know? I don't know. Because you're
Why
going
even-
broke.
why
Because you're
put
going
a-
broke.
Why put a number on it?
Because you're going
Yeah,
broke.
that's true.
You know? Because I
But
mean,
then
she's
it's like-
not doing porn anymore.
Didn't you make yourself seem kind of like ditzy right there? I think it's like she said something like 50,000 or something. Yeah. You're like, that's all you made? Like,
because I mean, like, because me personally, I don't believe the whole my self confidence and I did porn to raise it and I didn't make that much money off it. Because I mean, for some time you're a household name. Like
right, so
everyone knows you.
You should have made money off your name.
You should be making money off Instagram, something.
Right.
You know, you're the biggest name. It's so more than Lisa Ann, you can find the next person and be like, you know who Mia is, and they'll probably say, yeah, I know Mia, but I don't know Lisa Ann. Like, you know what I mean? Especially nowadays, especially at that time when she was on top. You're telling me you didn't make that much money? Your IG.
But why would you say that?
To make some more money? I don't know.
It's
You know?
I took dick for what this low ass amount. Like, it's not a very prideful thing to say, you know? Like,
Well, I mean, when you're not ashamed of it, I mean, you could put it
but
whatever way you
the
want.
way she's saying it is like, I didn't get paid enough. That's how she made it sound. When I mean, I didn't read an article or nothing, but
I want to
the
know.
quote made it seem like all I made was this.
Okay, let's say she made whatever she made from porn that she's saying. Well, how much you making from your endorsements, bitch? Come on now, you
She did the porn first, but yeah,
you don't got photo shoots. You don't got.
She's
you don't
famous
got,
for her porn though.
You don't
dude.
got centerfolds that you sold, and you're still not getting centerfolds. I was at Royal Farms the other day, saw her on the cover of a nudie mag.
All I'm
You know,
in the section?
I'm looking.
Why are they still in Royal Farms?
Yeah, right.
That's so weird.
You lock eyes with Mia because I'm like, oh, that's Mia. It's okay.
Nobody else sells those.
No. Royal Farms still got that porn section, man. They still got porn mags.
Why does Royal Farms still have
They
a
still
porn
sell
section,
hustlers.
dude?
I don't. That's a good damn question.
Why?
It's been there for so long. I've had to
Right.
question it forever.
I
forever
know.
amount of time.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's
Well,
a
like,
great question.
Wawa, no. 7-Eleven, no. Like, you can't go anywhere where you literally can't go anywhere but a porn store.
Exactly. Like I like.
You can't even go to Spencer's
and even from there, I'm like the only place I know that sells porn mags is like Circus Top Bar downtown. Like I go into sex shops, they don't sell porn mags.
Yeah, I only know membership.
You know, like they sell DVDs, but they don't sell porn mags in sex shops no more.
What is that, dude?
Like-
that is so weird. That is just so weird to think about.
Royal Farm CEO, if you want to come on and talk about it.
I'm gonna sponsor us.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to explain yourself, yeah, we'll shout out Royal Farm
You just
Chicken.
ran by some old weird dude who's just like, you ain't never gonna take away our rights.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Buy my chicken, grab a nudie mat on the way out.
Oh, man, what is that from? Yeah, that's there's a military movie. It was like, you'll never take a rights. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Like some shit like that. Whatever. I don't know. Pop my head. Some obscure. Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to dwell on that too much. Like, oh, what movie is that, Mike? And you're just like, Platoon? I don't know. Like, where do we go from there?
It's all like no,
that's the Army movie.
10 minutes of no.
Saving Private Ryan.
No.
It's just like, but here we are though.
I just be botching it. I forget what the initial conversation was about that.
We were talking about porn mag, but I never bought a porn mag.
Yeah, why is
I've
that
never
in
bought
there?
a porn mag. I've always had a friend who brought me porn mags and just be like, "Look at this, man! I got a naked girl in my pocket." And
I'll tell you what I am not proud of. This is when Kim K dropped the Playboy.
Yeah.
I go over to my cousin Kyrie's, remember him?
Yeah.
Go over to my cousin Kyrie's. I feel so bad for this, but I gotta come clean. We're in his room. He's like, "Bro, you want to see something?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
See,
He's
else.
like,
You never had one yourself.
he's like, "Look," I'm like, "What?" Like Kim K. I didn't even know Kim K was like that. I just like Kim K. As soon as I how thick she was,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I see him as he grabs it, and I'm like, "Bro, I've never even seen one of these before." Like, I'm like, "Who gave you this?" Like, "I'm a next door neighbor, an old lady, like an older lady." It was weird because he's like younger than me.
She was grooming him. She was like, "Look
Seriously,
at
I
this."
really was thinking that. And he's like had it ducked away. So like
He was a naive kid too.
the next day I'm getting ready to leave, go up to the bathroom. I go in his room where he ducked it at. I grab it and put it in my book bag, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I took it. I took it, Kyrie. Kyrie, I took your Kim K Playboy, and I'm sorry. I know. And the sad thing is, he called me up. Well, no, he didn't call me up. But last time I seen him, he's like, next time I see him, he's like, "You know what happened to Playboy right here, and I know it just looks so dumb saying no. Like he clearly knew.
Nah, man.
You know, I was like, nah,
Nah, bro.
you lost it.
Can't say I had. Oh, what? You mean the one with Kim K on it?
Let's just say, Kyrie, I got my money's worth out of that thing.
See, that's where
You know,
had
the funny thing about it is someone stole it from me. I got a kid stole it from me. Yep. It's just one of them things when you see it, it's like
Kim K earning her money slowly and shortly. This is where I come from a very privileged position. I, as a kid, between me and a couple people I knew, I was one of the only kids I knew that had a PC or computer, home computer, let alone a computer in my own room.
That your grandma didn't even know how to check.
Exactly. No one got on it. History. No one got on it unless they were in my room.
Right.
You know?
So there was just so many times you came in there, flipped that lock over, grabbed the lotion.
I would always be scared. So, like, usually I would wait till everyone went to sleep.
You used to put your legs up like this on each side of the fucking monitor and pull up real close.
Bro, I mean, like,
ass naked with the AC on.
Literally, like, I'm right-handed. Had the mouse on the left-hand side at all times because they'd be like, there we go, scrolling, here we go, boom.
Because you're in school, right?
Yeah.
You're like 6th grade, 7th grade, and you're like, you see someone at school, like, God damn, I'm gonna jerk off to that later.
There's two things I remember that
I feel like it would have been bad for me, dude. I might have broke the limit.
Two things that blew my mind. When I think back on like that for the PC was online pornography. Number one, blew my mind as a kid. Endless options, possibilities, videos. You don't just have pictures, my dude. You got videos. Come on now, that just you don't even know what to do with that. There's so much porn. Anyway, second thing, and the second thing was when I got Xbox Live, when they had Halo 3 out, you used to be able to access your Halo 3 stuff online. So you could have all the things online. You would have your characters, your avatar, and you'd be able to talk on forums and shit. As an 8th grader, those were the two things that I fucking loved about my computer. I remember, like, the first time I stayed up all night was me staying up all night talking on Halo 3 forums by myself.
About Halo
and
or
porn,
what?
And porn.
On Halo forum?
No, porn and just talking about the game on Halo.
Talk some forum.
Yeah, all night.
All night.
I probably
3 or 4.
I didn't go to sleep.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Sore.
Exactly. But like endless fucking porn. So I come from a super privileged position as a kid when I fucking.
You put some numbers in at an early age.
I mean, it was hard not to. You know, come on, you know, because I mean, for a while.
No, I hear you.
For a while, it'd be like, oh, that girl in school, okay, but then it's like then you have access to like women, not girls, women. That are just getting fucked on the internet, and you're just like,
isn't it weird how much porn is out there? Like, there's more porn than actual movies.
Yeah, I think there's more amateur porn on there than there is movies than home. Like, you know,
why is there so much porn? Like, just on there. Like, why is there a million videos of porn? Are we ever gonna get to a point where we're just like, there's enough porn out there on the internet? We don't need to make no more.
Oh man,
I think we all got something to jerk off to, dude. Okay, enough's enough. How much porn have you not seen? You want us to keep making more? You haven't seen 99% of porn. Most guys jerk off to the same porn. It should be a weird thing about DVDs. It's just the same thing every time.
You ever been in that moment where you're just like, you go back to a video, you're like, I've already jerked off to this video. I owe this nut to a new video. I owe it to this. Great way. I owe it to this new video, man.
Yeah, but then you go on that one, you're like, just doing it for me. That old classic.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic always does.
There's a point where like you scroll past too many videos and you go back to that classic. There's that. You know, you're just like, I can't find it. This one still gets me. I'll give it. Shout out to that one porn.
You did something right there.
Yeah.
See, I'm not even a fan of like professional porn.
No, because it's just stupid.
Hard to even enter down. All amateur
porn
pretty
is
much.
Definitely where it's at.
Which is weird, right? Because you're basically saying you just like to watch people have sex secretly.
What's up with the whole incest craze?
Oh, people have always liked that, dude.
You go into Pornhub, the hottest ranked videos are always incest. People fuck my stepmom or I fuck my mom. Like
always, dude.
What?
Always, dude.
Like, is it some type of forbidden fruit? I don't understand because I can't understand incest.
Listen, porn. I don't know what it's like to have a hot mom, but maybe human nature, you're just like, I'm titties though.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Like I remember,
Somebody's like, "Your mom's thick." You're like, "I know, dude."
So I always knew I had some cousins that lived far away. I've met them probably like 3 times. I remember the first time just sitting there, I'm looking at like a cousin that's the same age as me. I'm like, she's pretty hot.
Pretty bad, huh?
It's pretty hot, man. You know, she comes up, sucks his dick. I just might not stop her. Is she my first cousin? I don't see her. Like,
she ain't even my first time see her. See, that's why it's probably number one searched on there, bro.
Yeah. I mean, all the videos I see, it's always like
it's always
sister fucks brother. I see sister fucks brother. I'm just like,
you see some shit on there. It's like, this is fucked up. You're like, stepsister fucks young boy while mom's downstairs, and they're showing you like them fucking the mom downstairs reading a book or something.
This is the better one.
What the fuck, dude?
Mom shows daughter how to fuck, and then they fuck the same guy. And
now, those are interesting.
but then it gets down to like mom shows sister how to fuck brother / son.
It's weird when they try to make a porn look rapey. That's what's weird, dude, because they float a fine line.
Well,
like I watched this one, like James Dean one time, bro, where it's literally like in an alley.
People have rape fantasies.
100%, dude.
Not real rape fantasies, but so there's a market
People have
for
real
it.
rape fantasies, I think, bro.
And you could tell you're past all. Be like, you can't make fake rape porn.
If you like jerking off to rape porn, I think you want to rape someone, bro.
What if you jerk off to get raped, but you don't want to get raped? Like, you know, it's like. I don't know.
I think you want to rape someone. Still.
You know, I don't know. Cause it's like saying like if women masturbate to getting like rape porn, do they want to rape someone? No. Do they want to get raped? No.
I think they want to rape someone. I think you're a rapist.
I don't know.
I think you're a rapist, bro.
I don't know, man.
I don't. That's a weird. I know it's a weird line.
Tough.
It's like for me, bro. I'm attracted to the fact that the woman wants you. You know, like that's the most attractive part.
Oh, the best thing is when she wants to fuck
a woman
you.
is being submissive towards you. Like that's just it. That's the good feeling.
Not only that, but like she wants to fuck you.
Yeah,
mutually fuck you.
Yeah,
this is great. She mutually wants to. I want to fuck her. She wants to fuck me too. Awesome.
Right. Exactly. You're willing to do like this.
like I don't want. Like it's like when a like. I mean, everyone's felt when a crush doesn't want you or something. But like when a woman doesn't want to fuck you, it doesn't get me hard.
Yeah, and I'm all for some roughness. Like
yeah.
I love some roughness. I'm all for that. But like when it gets to the point, like I said, like this one James Dean one, bro, it's like literally the lady's in an alley, flat on her back, basically. And he's just like having sex with her, like on the ground, basically under the spotlight. I'm like, this literally looks like they're literally trying to set up. He raped this girl out back of an alley, like out back of a bar or something on the ground. Like that's literally how they're trying to portray.
That's probably how they get away with it. They market it to women, but really it's like dudes are just jerking off. Like, oh, I'm freaking
100%.
There's another one where it's like
I'm watching that, I'm like,
there's a huge category.
Bro, the woman like literally don't want it.
There's a huge category of dudes fucking girls in their sleep under whatever circumstances.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
So I think so people like they'll just say sleep. But I think men will portray like, oh, she's drugged the fuck out, and I'm just fucking her. Like,
or like they're not on their faces in their sleep. There's another thing is like flashing in public. Like if you go on the porn sites, like a lot of times I'll just see random video of like flash this MILF in Walmart.
Yeah,
and just like a guy pulls out his dick, just shows that a girl.
Is weird.
You're just like
bro, that's more weird than cock and ball torture.
The thing is, if you got that much balls, just go out and just ask bitches to fuck. Like, what? You got the most balls ever to do some shit like that? Like, just go up to her. Just go up and ask her if she wants to fuck, dude.
I remember
You're showing your dick.
I remember old buddy of mine just geeking. Just like, hey, bro, what's your dick to balls ratio? Like, so I'm just sitting there, I was like, I'm all balls, man. Like,
I'm 90-10.
I'm all balls. Just all balls.
How much dick is all, bro?
I'm not a shower or a girl. I'm just all balls.
I just nut a lot.
And I think about you ever see the South Park where like Randy had like gives himself ball cancer?
How could I not?
And she's like, hey, she just comes in, she loves them, loves my huge balls. Like, you might get away with being all balls. like watch when your wife comes in. She comes in. I
just picture like it's just. Honestly, I'll take smaller balls.
What a terrible
I'll take the smallest balls I can get. Well,
what terrible,
I don't know, right? Because there is something about having
balls. What a terrible
balls.
existence about having a micro penis.
That's horrific, bro.
That's horrific. You have a dick. I'm sure it gets aroused and hard, but you can't fuck nothing.
Yeah, when it's to the point where like you literally can't even insert it into a woman,
Yeah.
that's tough, bro.
You all you touch is labias.
Because people say I'm crazy when I say like, if I didn't have a dick, I really probably wouldn't want to be alive. Like, I know it sounds like a stupid like man thing to say, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just the fact of like, it's not even that sex is like life. You know what I mean? But it's just the fact of like, it just go hand in hand with my man.
I'll tell you one thing. Like I remember so I think out of all a group of friends, I was one of the last to lose it. And I remember my first time, like when I had sex, I remember just thinking, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but this isn't as good as all my friends made it seem like. I thought this was gonna be like the fucking, I mean, don't get me wrong, fucking is great. It feels great, but like, I don't know, it's like the way everyone always told me about it was like this would just be like it would top any feeling in your life. You know what I mean?
It does it? Like, what do you think tops it?
Top's busting. I mean, like, of course, it
falls
its own category. It's its own category. You can't be like, you can't equate.
It's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, it's great, but it's great. But all I'm trying to say is like, when I did it, and when people were just be like, oh, bro, it's gonna fucking, they just go like, yeah, it was awesome. But like, I think the way people hyped it, it's like,
honestly, I remember the view of it. For me, it was like, I remember just the first time, really putting it in, I'm just like, for me, it was like literally a holy moment. It was like,
don't get me wrong. It was that. Don't get me wrong
like,
there.
That's what's all. I mean, of course, it never lives on hype. You're just like, well, that was all about. But still,
that's what I'm saying.
The best feeling that you can imagine, pretty much, as a man, is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if I told you could never clap cheeks again. Like, do you really want to be here, dog?
End me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, donate my organs.
Just end me. Like, literally,
not my dick.
Give these testicles to someone else who will use them.
Yeah, seriously. Like
I don't like.
I can't even clap cheeks, dude. Let's just say you had a 1-inch dick. You could still make I don't know, 1 inch. Okay, let's say you had a 2-inch dick. You could probably still make yourself feel like you're clapping some cheeks. You know what I mean? But like no dick, when you're saying you have, like, if a person had no dick or a micro penis, like, well, I guess you would never know what clapping cheeks was like. So how would you
until you watch some porn? Because I mean,
but there's something about that. Oh shit! I'm sorry if I heard that. But there's something about that.
Yeah.
Clap of the cheek.
Imagine if you do have a smaller dick and you're clapping them, it's more like you have less time between claps. You know what I'm saying? Because
there's not much there.
I don't imagine like you're hitting that.
There's no smack.
But no, I think there's a smack.
It's a spin.
But like, there's more. It's more of like
a wiggle.
Because you got less extension you gotta make for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that. There's something to that one. Like, yeah, like
something to that.
Like just when you're really just like.
100%.
Like, yeah, fast ones are great. That's great, but like, there's something about that. You're not doing that with some 2-inch thing. We're just like,
it's so loud on here.
It's just not the same, Like, there's something about just driving home that long.
For sure. With that arch, you're just like, yep. Mm-hmm.
like you're sitting there like, yeah, this feels great, but you're also just like.
Yeah, it's weird how you feel after that. You want to talk about like the number one time I want to smoke? You know what I mean? Yeah, dog.
Yeah, bro. It's funny because it immediately hits me. I'm just like, oh, man, blunt would be so.
I want to go to like my country porch and like sit in my rocking chair, just like, yeah. But I want that.
But I also want to do that fully naked. I don't want to put clothes on and go. I want to go outside and hang nuts off my rocker.
Yeah, I'm in flip flops.
Smoke. I imagine myself more of like a velvet slipper. You know what I mean? Like I want to reach that point in life where like
imagine myself on
you have some house slippers and some flip flops. I want some house slippers. Just go out. They're fuzzy a little bit. It's a little breeze. You're still sweating from laying some fucking pipe. And it's like,
yeah,
it's not about that.
But I watched a video where this little kid, a coyote, ran up on this little girl dog. I thought this little girl was about to die on video. And it chased her, and it just stopped. Thank God. Right in the front porch. Just came up, straight up, ran up, bro. And it like, she's around like this tire swing. She's around like a tire swing, and it like goes right, and she's running away. And I'm like, This baby's dead.
Yeah, normally coyotes are very
And it just
scared.
stopped. It just stopped and went the other way. It was literally like a blessing from the gods.
Huh.
And the little girl still didn't go inside. She's like looking at it. You know what I mean?
How
Like,
old was she? She's probably like doggy.
she's literally. She's probably 2, 3.
Oh, this stray dog needs help.
Yeah, she probably don't get it at all. She wasn't even scared until the thing started chasing her.
God,
Yeah.
damn, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
That's one thing that's one I think would be terrible. Like, you ever see, there's this video of it. It's this Indian zoo. This guy falls in a tiger cage.
He jumped in there.
Oh, he jumped in there?
I believe it's the guy that jumped in there
Well,
because
the
he was
one I've
supposed.
seen, this guy was against the wall. And he's just like, the tiger's chilling there, just like, and then the tiger just grabs him by the neck and runs off with a full-grown man. He grabbed him by the neck, goes off into the den of other tigers, eaten alive. Oh my fucking God.
That's crazy.
That video you fucking shared with the dog eating the guy's nuts. It's
That
not even
was-
nuts. It's just bare flesh.
That was horrible, dude.
Imagine
His dick
that
and
all-
balls are already gone.
Bro,
It's literally he was just
bro, for
pulling on
me-
meat, bro.
For me, I looked at it, I looked away, and then from that moment on, it was the guy's groans that got me.
Yeah. And then like putting shit in his mouth to get
Yeah.
him to shut up.
Uh-huh. Oh my
He felt that.
God.
That bitch is literally digging into his scrotum.
You see flesh stretch and rip.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine
not,
a
not
worse
even
pain.
flesh, insides. Because it's open.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
wide open.
muscle tissue.
He's grabbing. Yeah.
It's muscle tissue.
Yeah. He's about to hit intestine.
Exactly. Like your sexual organs, like right now you're peeing through a hole in your
I like to
fucking
think that was
crotch.
a child molester or something.
I
And that's
imagine
why they cut his dick off.
Imagine it was just like the fucking, I don't know. I would hope,
Yeah.
you know? I would hope it's like a village child molester.
Yeah.
And that's the village. Like, it's not even cartel shit. It's the village that's getting back at them.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, that's what you want to do? There you go. Dogs are hungry today.
I seen one where like 20 bitches beat a dude with sticks.
I haven't seen that one.
It was like he like raped somebody. They was like beating the shit out of him. He
Was
didn't
it, like,
die
Indian?
though. I couldn't tell you.
I remember, yeah.
Unless it was like Guatemala or some shit. But like they fucked him up with sticks, but he didn't die. Like he ended up he went off on his own power, you know? I'm like, that's it.
Oh,
enough.
yeah, you should probably beat him harder.
They beat the shit out of him with the sticks, but it's just not enough when somebody's adrenaline's pumping. You got to hit him in the head or something, you know?
Yeah.
Hit him in the fucking head.
They're just like beat his nuts in. It's like, "Hurrah!
Yeah.
Hurrah!" You know, it's just like,
I think I could be that guy. You know what I want? Is like if we can just line up like I always say, 100% convicted child molesters, like that you have evidence 100% on. Because you know, of course, you got to always be careful putting somebody to death.
yeah.
But I would just straight up like that cow thing, you know, the cow gun. You just put up to the head.
So I think more like,
Just line them up.
look, okay, you're going to be a human test dummy for a samurai academy. And people are just going to come in with sharp ass katanas and just be like,
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
yeah.
Or we're just going to test like experiment drugs on you and shit.
Yeah,
But then that's like 8th Amendment, I get. But
I mean, we're not here talking.
you don't
Eighth
got
Amendment.
amendments, right? Fuck you.
We're not here exactly. We're not here talking amendment. We're here animal testing. Do it on child rapists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spray
it's like-
hairspray his eyes.
Exactly. Shove lipstick down his throat. Is that toxic? Do you feel okay?
Yeah. Now we really know if it's on humans.
Exactly. You're like all our medical testing is going on you, buddy.
Well, it takes one time to get it
We're
wrong.
gonna insert cancer cells in you, and then gonna test cancer treatments on you.
Yeah, when it does radiation.
Exactly. We're gonna work on cutting out the cancer.
You're going to Mars.
Exactly. And then if you get cured, we're giving you more cancer.
Let's just shoot them in space. Just like see how far they go.
The first manned missions just send no, because if they succeed, now they just shoot 'em in space.
I think you just shoot them in space as far as they can go.
That'd be cool. That'd be pretty damn cool. Either that or like use them as like
But it's too
tiger
expensive.
food in zoos. Oh, you're tiger food, buddy. You're just gonna get thrown.
Yeah,
We're
but, you know,
gonna-
they don't want to give tigers a
gonna-
taste of blood in there.
I mean, they feed them meat already, so
Yeah, that's true. We don't want to feed a human.
feed them a
right?
man. Mhm. Maybe people aren't nutritious, you know?
But just like with anything, it's all about what you eat.
Because I don't imagine child rapists have great diets.
No, that's what I hear about like these people like their bodies breaking down and shit, man. I'm like, they're still young. I'm like, you like shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you think that don't have no effect on you, bro? It does, dog.
But it's even worse when like people are healthy, but they're just They just get some like a short end of stick or something, you know.
Oh,
like,
that happens all the time. It's horrible.
You just got like some 24-year-old who deals with heart failure already.
Yeah, well,
like,
shit like that. That's random shit. But I'm talking about the people that are like 40 years old and they're fat and they're like, yeah, I got bad knees. Like, I bet.
I've been fat for 30 years.
You probably got hella inflammation on your knees. Plus, you're putting all this weight on it.
Yeah, I remember.
You're obese.
There was that one picture where it was like it shows a skeleton and just puts inside because like the bones don't change when you get big like that. You really just have a huge body around.
There's no such thing as big boned.
Exactly. I mean, there's people with different bone densities and wider structures, but your bones don't
fluctuate.
Grow with like when your belly's this big, your bones aren't that big.
Right.
Your rib cage is still here.
Yeah.
Like people don't get that. Like no wonder your fucking legs are always swollen and you can't walk.
You're not supposed to be carrying that weight like that.
Exactly. Like,
not even supposed to be standing up. We really ain't even fully adapted to that.
Your back fucking sucks. Like literally, soldiers go overseas and then they'll carry 200 pounds on them or some crazy shit like that. You're carrying 4.
Yeah.
You're carrying 4. Or you're carrying 2, not for a couple of tours in Afghanistan. You're doing it for 3 decades.
And you're just like, man, change the way you live, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what's weird. Like with my grandmother, like now, like since she's like almost 90 now, like pretty much her bones are just like, they're pretty much wasting away. Like that's one thing with like osteoporosis is a big thing when you're older, where your bones kind of like shrink under the gravity the whole time, and they kind of decay and shrink and decay and fuse with each other and whatnot. Like I mean that shit's just weird. Like especially just getting old, like your bones.
Your body's just done.
Exactly.
Your body's done.
Exactly. It's just like literally you push the like. Oh, man, it's just weird.
See, it's always been weird to me. It's probably because I'm not really close to old people like that. But like I always think it's weird. Like of course you're gonna cry when you lose somebody, but like when people are like. Like they act like it wasn't expected, when people get up, I'd say like 75, you should kind of start expecting it, it's still sad, it's still bad, but like, that's a good life, dog. That's a good life. Like you can't just be sad because, we don't live forever, so I'm gonna cry.
Well, that and like, literally my grandma would sit there and tell me, she's like, she still tells me, she's like, it's like, hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Like, cause she never knows. She's not sure.
She don't.
That and like, I remember one time she was like, I remember she got out of the hospital. And she was like, to be honest, I was ready 3 years ago. I'm still like living. I love being around everybody. But she was like, I was ready 3 years ago. She's 89 right now. So
she's like, she's lived the life.
Exactly.
She's lived a long life.
Exactly. I mean, like she's seen my nephew grow up. I mean, he's 14 now. So I mean, like of course, like 3 years ago, he was about 11. So you want to see him mature a little bit, from just being a kid to at least a teenager. So I mean, she was like, "Yeah, I was ready." She always says all the time. She's like, "I'm tired of fighting, just pain."
It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, man. But she still enjoys, lots of things. But
yeah, she's still there, but she's kind of like,
she's just ready.
It's good that she's okay with it, because
exactly.
I would be scared no matter what.
So like, I think when like she does go, like it will be a huge pain on a lot of my other family. But I think for me, it's like seeing that for like the past 3 years and just knowing the things that she said and how she feels about certain things, especially with death. It's just like,
and I'm not wishing nothing on your grandma, but like hopefully it is something just in her sleep, where you say, "I love you, grandma."
Yeah.
She goes to sleep. She don't wake up. It's completely painless.
Exactly.
Like if I live that long, I hope that's how I die. Yeah. Like to the point where I'm just like, all right, I'm living around just to see basically my kids grow up and shit. I really don't do much. I'm kind of at the point, I'm like 90. Yeah. So I'm really not moving that well, but I still want to see people live. At that point, I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to like have a stroke, right? And you're all fucked up.
One thing she's battled a lot with was like a lot of her breathing. So like she has like minor COPD from like secondhand smoke. She didn't even smoke, but like back then you always smoked around your kids. Doctors smoked when she was born in a hospital. I mean, come on, So like, I mean, like there was one time I was at work. She calls me just like, and then I'm just like, call an ambulance. I hang up. She hangs up. I call an ambulance. I'm just like, look, I'm just making sure that like, she called someone. We need someone over there. Blah blah. And I drove over there. And when she was at the hospital, and I'm talking to her, she's like, scariest shit ever, just not being able to breathe.
She needs to get an oxygen tank.
Well, I mean, she has it. Like I think it's like fixed now because she's been good. She has like a thing called a nebulizer, which is pretty much just an asthma pump on steroids, which is just steroids pumping in your lungs. So like literally she loses her breath. She takes one treatment of that, clears it right up. Like it's pretty amazing. Yeah. She has oxygen at home. She has a machine that generates oxygen. If she does need it, she just straps it on real quick. But she has always said, she was like, all the ways to go, that's one I don't want to fucking do.
Right, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, like so. Yeah,
It's like weird with her grandma. It's she basically was put on oxygen, but like she's supposed to use it when she's doing physical activity.
Right.
But she's so adapt to it now that she don't even take it off when she's sitting down.
Yeah.
So she's sitting down basically with just constant oxygen.
Sometimes you're required because.
But you're not even living. That's not alive, bro.
Well,
you're a cyborg.
Well, I think so. You're technically alive, but your lungs are just having trouble absorbing the oxygen content. Like they can't, like, because you're not breathing 100% oxygen all the time. So like when they breathe in, their lungs can't extract the oxygen it needs to survive. So they need that 100% oxygen all the time. So at least what they are absorbing is 100% oxygen. So I guess it is.
You should be
living.
dead. You should be dead. Living. You would be dead without it.
Yeah, yeah.
Suppose that you're a cyborg then.
Very true. Very true. I don't know. It's tough though. I think you should be able to use it.
But in her instances, it's like she's just so scared to come off of that.
What happened with my grandmother when that happened? Because she was supposed to be on oxygen 24/7. That's what it was. But what they found out with my grandma was that she got pneumonia, and then her antibiotic cycles, she never took antibiotics long enough to finish off the pneumonia. So she always had
a little bit in there still.
Exactly, which was causing her problems over time. So like eventually when they figured that out after about 2, 3, 4 months, they were like, oh look, you don't need oxygen. And I remember that was the one thing that made my grandmother so fucking happy. Because even because like if she had to leave the house, she had to have an oxygen tank with her or a machine.
Sucks.
So like I remember I was happy as shit for her when she was like, oh yeah, doctor said I don't need oxygen anymore. I'm like, that's fucking great because
awesome.
you gotta walk around your whole house with an oxygen thing
right.
on you.
Yeah,
right.
Like, it just sucks. I see it. Yeah.
You have this 10-pound tank, and she had to argue to get the one that just makes oxygen out of the air and just straps on you over your shoulder, lightweight, like fucking wild.
An entirely different life when someone says that. That's like shared a video earlier of like that guy who's colorblind.
Yeah, that was a great video.
66 years and he just puts it on, bro, and you just see the happiness.
I remember
he's so happy. He literally can't, like, he's just doing hand movements. Dog.
I remember when he was just like
he literally did like a straight up happiness jump.
And then he put, all he could do was put his hands in his pocket and just be like.
But then remember he's doing the thing where he's like, he keeps going up because he just can't believe it.
Exactly.
Like he just can't believe.
Yeah. Which
that's so awesome, bro. That is so great. Whoever did that is so great.
The glasses are insane. It's just like I don't know how you make a lens that
I was saying that same
then
thing.
Allows the thing your eyes don't have to then be activated or be.
And what I was saying is, if you can make that, why can't you make a contact lens?
Yeah.
Well, that might be the future.
I think because it has to be glass. I think contacts. I don't think you can make anything flexible that might do that.
But no, what I'm saying is like we're establishing what does this. Like we know what in the eye is not allowing this person to see color.
Right.
It seems like we should be able to. If it's not a contact lenses, you better get like instead of LASIK just to make your eyes better, maybe LASIK to bring your color back.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that.
I don't know enough about it.
That would suck, bro. I feel sorry for anyone who can't see color. Dog.
I worked with a guy. He wasn't fully colorblind, but I think he could only really see. I think he was like yellow's colorblind. Like he could see like lots of blue and red, but he couldn't see a lot of yellow. It was something weird where he lacked one color, and that throws everything off. You're not sure what any color is after that because if anything that looks or has anything a little bit of red or yellow in it, it's just like. So I remember it was funny they worked in a print company, but it was also funny that he was also like the main guy that ran black and white stuff rather than color jobs, So
perfect for him.
But I remember like when I first started working with him, I remember like there was one day I just kept forgetting, I didn't work with him up until then. I would always go and be like, what color do you think? Do you think this color looks good? And he's just like, he would never look at it and be like, yeah, it looks great. Like
just lie to you.
But he would just laugh, and then like I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right, you're colorblind, my bad. Like I remember
that sucked.
But he was always good fun about it. He would just be like, yeah, it looks great, Steve. It's like I'm like, oh yeah, my bad, man. My bad, So yeah, good times, man. Miss that guy. But it is weird. I wonder if he ever got those glasses because I don't think he did.
Everybody should. It should be government. Government should just give you a pair. But that's straight up happiness.
He was born with it too.
Straight up happiness, dog. Anybody with that can't see, man, they should just get a pair through insurance or something. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll pay for them getting a pair of glasses.
Wonder what that even looks like when you're fully colorblind.
Wonder what they
Is
cost.
Is it only black and white?
It's only black and white, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's different
That's
levels
weird.
of it, you know, but like that what that guy had, bro, you can see just by his reaction.
Oh yeah.
He never seen color. When they tell him, like, look at the flowers behind you, he's literally
He's like,
breaking down crying, basically. Like he never
from
seen
pure
yellow.
happiness.
He never seen yellow.
Like if you've ever seen
think about how much
pure happiness
colors bring you.
Yeah.
Like that bring you a lot of
Well, you take it for
happiness,
granted,
bro.
You
Yeah,
take it for
you
granted.
do. But like still, like I like seeing you in that shirt. Like I like that shirt because it's a color, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I like that this cup is blue and has colors in it. Like
Yeah.
it just I like all these colors I can see. You
Yeah.
know, green,
Well, even then,
white, like whatever.
Every once in a while, you'll look at something and be like, "That's a nice fucking color."
You will, yeah.
That's a nice color. Like, I mean, like when I went to the store and looked for shirts, I saw this one. I was like, "That's a great fucking. I like that color." Like, you know, it's just like it just does something for you, man. Puts it over the top. And I think everyone has played on those old TV sets where if you didn't have one of them in, you would just be black and white.
Oh my god!
It takes away so fucking much. I remember like the first VCR we had. I remember we would play from. It would like break, and it was mostly black and white.
Or
It
if
was
you
like,
just remember, if you didn't have a red wire, your red wire was basically your sound effects.
yeah,
So like you have a game with no sound effects if you only had
Yep.
the white wire with the blue wire.
Exactly,
Yellow, white and yellow.
yeah. Because I remember at one point
That
they
would be
had
video and then regular sound.
they had the RGB cables, the red, green, blue ones. Remember if you took one of those out, you'd lose all your fucking color. It'd be like, this sucks.
I used to have the PS2 hooked up to my shit, and I bent my red one. So I used
Yeah.
to just play white and yellow.
Yeah.
And I remember like I could hear people talking in the game, but when I shot a gun, you heard nothing.
Yeah.
It was like that was the sound effect of the game.
I remember on one of my GameCube or like I think it was my 64 actually had that RGB hookup shit. I remember like one of them snapped off from the TV, you know, just fucking being dumb. You're a kid,
Yeah.
and I remember it just sucked because I was just like, it takes away so much the lack of color. So
It means
much.
a lot, don't it?
That and details, the finer details, just blend together.
Imagine watching like Godzilla in black and white, and you're like, how do they make this? It's like nowadays you're like, they made this. They really see some crazy shit.
3D movies.
At
bro.
what point can they just like fake anything through CGI? You know, like straight up. Have you seen like the new Spider-Man?
No.
It's like basically, you know, what there was just like 100,000 drones that came from space that could like just hologram anything, basically.
Well, you ever seen Doctor Strange? When they make those buildings just go every fucking where and like there's everything, like reality like folds on itself and stuff. That's all CGI. Like,
right. What I'm talking
don't-
about is there was literally a bad guy who was using Tony Stark shit. He has like this spaceship that
Yeah.
got like 1,000
Right.
drones in it that comes down to Earth and it can project things. So it was like projecting storms and like
okay.
dragons and shit like that for this guy to fake fight. You know, so what if it did come down and just gave a fake storm, basically? Like, oh, we're gonna cloud seed, and we're gonna do a fake hurricane, you know, like or anything. You could fake anything, right?
Yeah.
I could straight up have one of those. I could fake a person. I could fake your mom telling you something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you should just kill yourself.
Yeah.
And really, it's the government that wants to knock you out.
That's what that's where the deep
you're the
fakes are
best
coming.
hacker.
That's where the deep fakes are coming. I was able to make fake videos of
It's gonna
anybody.
get scary, bro. But I'm saying like when they can do holograms. That's when shit's scary.
We do real life holograms. You ever see that one Futurama episode where they have the blank robots and you're able to portray a holographic person around this fake
That's
robot
basically
body?
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, Fry was fucking it. That's fucking scary. No.
See, that's physical. I was thinking like the only way you could tell it's a hologram is you put your hand through it.
Well, like, imagine if you get
But a
that far.
physical body-
If you get that far, you start touching it, you're like, oh, it's real. Like,
Mom?
what the fuck is this?
Another Firecast, Steve. That's a solid that keeps going. Thanks everybody for keep watching. We're gonna keep them coming regardless.
Y'all have a great night.
Adding more to our repertoire.
Shout out Jorge.
Thank you, everybody.
Fucking G-Stas. Y'all have a
Jorge,
good night.
Street Jesus.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate it. I think they call him, that's right. They do call him Street Jesus. Yeah.